I can't do this shit anymore. I'm at my limit, bro.
Let's go.
So this actually works using Spotify instead of YouTube to
Nice.
play the things for the music part. So now I have to essentially refurbish my entire soundtrack library for the fucking campaign.
Oh.
I have a
Because you're not going to believe this, I actually have music for every arc, every city, every place, every battle, everything.
God damn.
Yes.
Every battle?
I work hard for you guys, so you're welcome.
Jesus.
Wait, so like, what if we get into a battle that you never expect? Would you have a music for that?
I do have music for unexpected battles too. I literally have a series of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 links for future battles, which are nondescript battles, non-prepared battles, just random shit that can happen. Yes, I have that too.
Damn. Okay. He's gaming. Holy shit, this dude's gaming.
He's gaming.
I put in time for you guys. Let me while we're doing this, we are on
Wild Encounter _1 ready. Goddamn.
what? I mean, it's not _1. I literally have 8.
Jesus fucking.
Damn.
I have 8 for like encounters. 8. There you go. Let me look for this one. The name of it is Emotions. Okay, let me see if it actually shows up in here.
Are we gonna get emotional damage?
Oh, it's just that the name for the track is called Emotions.
I know it's not emotions, but it's still.
No, damn it.
What the fuck did I miss in 15? Why are you guys playing so much Monster Hunter music?
You get emotional damage.
Welcome back.
We ready for the D100s?
I guess.
Second. Give me a second. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I got a perfect. Holy shit! This is Spotify is actually better now because I found one that is just perfect for the moment we're on. Give me a second.
Emotional damage.
At first he was bothered. Now he's happy.
No, because I actually looking for the old soundtrack. I found someone who took the time on Spotify to reorchestrate every single one of the tracks that I was using.
Yeah.
Yep.
I found one that is just perfect for the moment we're on. Okay, now I have 2 more fucking tabs that I need to, one more tab that I need to keep open, the Spotify tab. Anyway, if I could get a D100 roll from you, gentlemen, we are going closest to 50.
Okay. Oh shit.
34. Fuck.
Yes.
Yes.
26.
Oh,
There you go.
God damn it.
Hold on, there's 8 years left.
I mean, it's possible if someone
Nah.
roll 50.
Nah.
God
Chico.
fucking damn it.
Is everybody so... Checo, would you mind telling us what happened last time on the Mexicans?
Okay. Actually, it didn't happen a lot last time. We actually.
Yeah, what happened?
Okay, the last trial of shit. What is your character, Brad?
Damien?
Oh,
Yeah, Damien. Yeah, the last trial of Damien was actually not a house. We actually met what's it called? Phasma? No, Phasma. What the fuck?
Pharasma?
Phasma. We met the goddess. The goddess. So she told us that the origin of basically the universe, or why basically the phenomenon, what's called the phenomenon exists, why we have our powers. I mean, some of us have our powers. I don't. She also make a fun of Damien because he wanted to basically walk on lava. So she gave us what's it called? A gift that actually enables to survive on extreme weather. I mean, extreme climates and everything. So I think that was it that we did. We didn't do a lot, but we learned a lot actually.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if you want to boil down the entire last session to just that, that's totally fine. Anybody would like to expand on that?
So
Really?
the session started off with us waking up for the next day, the last trial. We spoke with Kairos a bit because we wanted to learn a bit more about what's upcoming. Damien asked him about it, if it's going to be like the hardest one or something like that, and he said it's different for every single person. Then we headed off to the place. They changed up the chains and stuff to like ropes and stuff because with last time everything got melted down. We got shit ready. We tied up Damien with the rope and everything that we had there, as best as we could. And he started off his trial. Now I don't know what happened inside of that trial at the beginning, but he apparently was talking to Pharasma before we arrived there. We just had tea outside or coffee or whatever the fuck we had. Then Damien's eyes just jut open, his jaw like dislocates and comes out, and this purple light just starts shining out of his mouth and eyes. And soon after witnessing that, I think I'd say a couple of seconds, everybody started passing out. And we woke up on this little dinner table or like dining table with Pharasma sitting on this, on the end of it, and all of us around the dining table, and she summoned in some like food and coffee and stuff, and we had a long talk about how to put it. It's hard to.
If you want me, I have the pinpoints over here, the bullet points.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we got the story of all about like the creation of the matriarchs, about the Namashito, the daughter of Pharasma, about the story of how mortality started, about the birth of chaos, the start of magic, how Rubicon got chained up, and what happened to Namashito after that, where she hid herself in the plane of shadows. She created the Underdark, and we figured out about Lawrence, what cursed Lawrence, and we got also the catalyst. We figured out more about the catalyst / artifacts. About the mobile AIs, the story of the outer merchants, and we also got the purple dark scarf, the Pharasma scarf.
And then we
Except
we also
yourselves.
found out.
You were literally talking to the goddess of fate and you never bothered to ask about yourselves.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, well, the moment we asked about like our future, it was like basically she called us.
No, you never asked about your future. You asked about who was going to win the election, and that was Super Dino, and she basically said like, no, I'm not going to tell you that. But you never asked about yourselves. Like, you were your sympathetic, so what would happen if I were to take the catalyst? It's like, I don't know, you're fine. Anyway, typical D&D shenanigans. Like, I put the goddess of fate in front of you, or you forget, you ask about everything but yourselves.
Yes. That's the Mexican way. We don't know.
It's like, you didn't even ask. It's like, why are we here? Just to suffer? It's like, you didn't even ask that.
Why are we here?
It's like, you didn't even ask that. It's like, it was super funny. I was super amused by it. Definitely gonna do it again. Not in this campaign, but not with you guys. But definitely doing it to another group because it's kind of like a social experiment. It's like, what happened if you actually had the opportunity to, like, make the 3 wishes, do all that shit? What if? Interesting. Anyway,
we are Mexicans, so.
No, you're not Mexicans. You are de-Mexicans. It's a different thing.
I mean, technically, I am Mexican, so.
You are Mexican, but nobody else is. So that we are Mexicans is not true.
We are the Mexicans.
You are de-Mexicans. You are de-Mexicans.
The only Mexicans in the entire world.
I mean, you literally named your group after a food in the world. Also, another thing you did last time around is you made the Bible canon. So there you go. I didn't, and guess what? There's some shit about that coming. So,
The second coming of Jimmy.
I told you I was gonna do something with. I told you I was gonna do something with it. I told you, and I don't go back on my promises. You literally made the Bible canon, and there you go.
It was a freaking moment at the beginning.
I'm so ready.
Divan has to have these moments.
There you go. Anyway, so it's time to show my new. What's up?
Oh.
Excuse me.
As you all kind of like finish taking stock about yourselves as you come out of literally Damien's consciousness and yours all intertwined in this weird new experience you just had with Pharasma and all that. You kind of like look outside, like you kind of like take a glean out just outside the cave. It's not incredibly late or anything. There was still, you can still sense or feel or kind of like see little bits of sunshine shining through. Gentlemen, the day is yours. What are you doing?
Oh, well, that got over a lot faster than I thought.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do?
Should we talk to Kairos? Should we?
Well, you still had some things you wanted to do, right? You wanted to go to a library or something. Some of us had some things to do. I don't remember everything.
I don't think I have anything to do. I'll just go with whatever you guys do, honestly. Damien, you finished up your trial. You might as well tell Karis about it, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Me?
Yeah.
Ronan, how do I feel?
No. So, in regards to how you feel, make a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, I love this song. It's a completely reorchestrated theme of a song that I really, really like.
Oh.
I got 17.
Okay, so you kind of like take stock of yourself. There is no lingering, basically, sequels of what happened to you. There's no lingering effects of the fact that, I mean, thinking about what happened to you the day before, it seems completely ridiculous looking at you right now. Like, you literally drowned in lava, you were burnt both in your own brain and in real life, and it was horrible. You had to be fed via fucking funnel. It was absolutely horrible. But right now, you are completely fine. To a degree, better than fine. You feel reinvigorated. You feel stronger. You feel more in control of what you are. You feel much more assured, not just by the fact that, you know, talking to Pharasma seemed to have unlocked something, clicked something inside you, but also because of the fact that you got closure on something you've been wondering your entire life. So in a way, you now feel that everything that happens from now on, it's because you wanted it and you're not being held or conditioned by any events of the past or things that happened to you. And to the rest of you, make a perception check.
Perception check. Where's my
Perception.
Hope line, Divani is it this time. Okay, let's see. Roll the 20.
19? It's better than last time.
What?
30.
Oh,
Damn!
Yes, Jesus. I got a 23.
You would have had that much willpower.
That's true.
Okay, we're missing Uthark.
Atris? Where you at?
It was die.
Did he die?
No,
Okay.
he did. Wait,
Okay.
he did. No, that's the one.
Okay, so for the rest of you, having a conversation with a god is something not everyone can say. But then again, you've done many things not everyone can claim they did. But in this particular regard, again, it's talking to a god, and not just a god since you've learned, it's a primordial. One of the very incarnations of some of the forces that made this reality, this world, everything what it is, really. And that definitely changes you, not just on a physical way, much like what happened to Damien. Now he looks different. He looks more straightened out. He looks like, a bit more presentable. No longer just his eyes, and this is something, Ethan, you notice in particular, because you've been hanging out with Damien for so long, you notice that the way Damien looks at things is different from before. Much more determined, much more in control of things. It's this confidence that he is exuding that you necessarily weren't seeing all the time before. Now it's like an aura about him that is very self-assured and confident. As for the rest of you, you feel this degree of purpose now. It's not that you're just wandering around doing random shit. It feels as if your conversation with Pharasma has given you all this sense of purpose, this sense of drive, this reassurance that a higher power literally told you guys you were in control of your own fate, that you were responsible for the things you did, and most importantly, you were not being puppeteered around to a degree. And that in and of itself gives you that sense of reassurance, confidence, and a little bit of calm, knowing that even though this is a big world and there are a lot of things going on and things can get chaotic and stuff, at the end of the day, you still control who you are and you still control what happens next. So, with that kind of sense of assurance, carry on.
I feel great.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad.
Better than ever.
I feel pretty good too. There's okay.
A bit of relief, but weird.
You joke.
Kind of, yeah. It's...
All that stuff is in the past now. We can move on forward.
Yeah.
Also, guys,
Whatever.
I don't think anyone would believe us if we would tell them what happened. So
Yeah,
No
we should
one would.
probably keep it. Yeah, I don't. Probably
Yeah.
keep it to ourselves for
Exactly.
now. Maybe not even. I don't even think this is something we tell Claudia or anybody. Yeah, I can't think of maybe the Emperor. I can't think of anybody else. Honestly.
for everybody else's sake, Damien just completed his trial. That's what we gotta know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what matters. Yeah.
Let's see. Actually, what time of day is it, Ronan?
At this point, you are still inside the cave. There's light coming from the outside, you feel, but you don't know, you haven't stepped outside.
I'm gonna check the watch. I'm gonna check my pocket watch. What time is it?
Fuck you. It is, shit, I knew I was going to regret that. It is 12 minutes past 4. There you go.
Okay.
Respectfully, fuck you.
I relay the information to the rest of the party.
Respectfully, fuck you. Very respectfully, fuck you. I knew I was going to regret that shit the second I just said, I'm going to regret it.
Oh shit! How do we explain the scarves? Yeah, you
we
know it
don't-
doesn't
we-
matter.
I mean, if wait, can you check it out if it gives magical whatever?
Magic? Sure.
I mean,
detect.
it's,
I know
Argus
it's magical, but
cast
like,
detect magic.
I mean,
You saying
You
how do we
did the session before. It's very magical.
magical.
I mean,
we
it's-
can.
it'll be fine, honestly.
However, for you in particular, Argus, the weird thing is that you cast detect magic, you cannot sense any magic, aura specifically coming from the scarf.
Oh, okay.
So
You just sense it's magical ? You're used to seeing arcane magic, but
Right.
you're most definitely sure it is not of arcane origin.
Okay. Like an
Okay.
adjacent aura, kind of.
It's the way you would see magical auras is through colors and density, and like basically it's like tuning your eyes to a specific wavelength that allows you to see kind of like how a prism decomposes the regular sunlight into all of the colors of the rainbow. It's very much like that when you attune your own eyes to detect magic. It's like that. You basically you turn your eyes into prisms that decompose the light magical objects emit without you really knowing it's there in the first place with your regular eyesight.
Right.
And as such, the way you're looking at it, it's not emitting any light patterns or shine, or it doesn't have the presence that arcane magic does. It's something you've never seen before.
Okay. Is it more like a feeling than it is like a...
I mean, it's not a feeling. It's literally physical. It's an aura things emit.
Okay.
Magic in this world is very much something real. It's not a feeling. And again, it's not that you're just, sensing magic. You're detecting it.
Right.
So what you do is when you cast a spell, you're tuning your eyes again to that specific wavelength that magic operates on.
Oh,
So
okay.
your eyes, again, like I told you, it's a prism, and when you cast detect magic, you turn your eyes into a prism, and you're allowed to decompose that light that previously you couldn't, but now you can. And the way you're looking at it is, again, the way it's emitting its light, its aura, the way the magic swirls around it, it's something you've never seen before.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. So
Alright.
whole different type of magic.
So
Hmm.
I think we are.
That's interesting.
So we're fine.
I think
I
we
mean,
should be
it's-
fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's magical. Yeah, just don't talk about it. Or, I mean,
Exactly, yeah. Plenty of adventures
I
got
mean,
like
we
magical
literally
scarves and
have
shit.
we literally
Fine.
have everything magical at some point, and also
I mean, if anybody asks, just say that we prepared these for whenever, we finished Damien's trial as a present or something,
Exactly, yeah. It's a
Yeah.
celebration, yeah. Exactly,
Yeah,
celebrate
yeah.
his passing the trial, yeah.
Scarves. Okay.
The whole
Yeah.
lava thing, yeah, that's just an inside joke, It's
Yeah, somebody else. I'm not very good at lying. Somebody else say that.
I mean,
I've got huge blood. huge
guys,
blood.
I mean, we can say we-
guys, we could just say it was a gift. That's
yeah,
about
it was
it.
a gift.
Yeah.
Well, technically, it's true. It's a gift, but we don't say from whom. So it's like-
From who? Exactly, from us. it's
Okay.
meant to
Yeah,
celebrate
I
his
gave from
passing of the
each other.
trial.
From who? We could just say, if we told you, you would never believe us.
Oh,
gift
that's
from
I
myself.
like
Ooh,
that.
okay, that is
That's a
better,
little
honestly.
mysterious. I mean,
Wait, what was it? Say that again.
If we told you, you would never believe us.
Oh,
At this point, as you're talking about it, you hear a familiar voice coming from deeper into the cave. Believe what?
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
oh shit.
As you all turn around, as you all turn around to see, you basically see the familiar face of Kairos. However, this time around, he is flanked to each side by two ginormous minotaurs. And when you look, you see a column of more gigantic minotaurs and centaurs as they are basically delving inside the cave. And you see Kairos kind of like approach you. Okay. He looks at them and is like, kind of like has this expression of what the fuck in his face. So you're done?
Didn't think I was gonna survive, did you?
I mean,
Yeah, done.
I thought you were going to survive. That's why I brought insurance.
Ah,
And you see the cave now, the body of the cave itself. Now he basically has what looks to be a small company of imperial guards, because they're all dressed in that same imperial guard uniform behind them. Yeah, I mean, given the fact that, he looks around the cave, all this happened last time. I thought the third one was going to be a lot worse, but I didn't want to alarm you, so, I was kind of stuck in between a rock and a hard place. But anyway, I decided to pull some strings and bring some insurance here. I mean, after all, the last thing I want is you guys dying in my own household. So, yeah, but everything seems okay, so...
Yeah.
Okay, he turns around, dismissed! And you see a couple of the Imperial guards kind of like looking around like, oh fuck, really? They all for like a split second, and they all stand in attention. Very kind of like uniformly turn around, and you see them going back up. As Kairos stays like, "Oh, I'm never gonna hear the," and he kind of like mutters to himself, "I'm never gonna hear the end of it. Ferdinand's gonna fucking kill me." Anyway, very glad this all happened. Shit, more paperwork. Anyway, yes, congratulations. I am still, how? What the, how? I mean, if the second trial got you to burn an entire cave, I thought the third one was gonna summon, I don't know, Tiamat or something.
We did too.
How?
Yeah!
Confidence.
Yes. That is the only thing you
Make a
have
deception check.
Lawrence gonna take.
Make a bluff. I mean, it's Pathfinder. Make a bluff check.
Help
Here, let
me,
me help
help.
him
Lawrence is gonna freaking face bomb with the automail arm.
It's an 18
Confidence
to
is the
help.
one thing fucking Damien has equal parts enough and none of.
Please. Okay, 16 then. Yeah, 16 with the help.
Said you. Right. Confidence. I get it, man. It's your own head. If you want to tell, you don't want to tell me, you don't have to tell me. It's okay. But come on, really, confidence. Anyway, it looks at you like, right? Yeah, confidence.
There is confidence. Yeah.
I'm not digging any deeper. Again, it's like I respect you guys. If you want to keep it to yourself, I feel a little hurt. I thought I've earned your trust more than that, but that's okay. Totally not hurt about that. But I respect your feelings.
Sense motive. Is he guilt tripping?
Yeah, sure, roll.
I'm just not really sure if I should say we went for Pharasma. So yeah.
13. Is he guilt tripping, or is this actually like what he?
I mean, it sounds like he's guilt tripping, but you don't know really. Like, Kairos is basically he's been trained his entire life as a spy. Essentially, the work he's done. He's a guy that wears a lot of who he is on his sleeve, but he is also really good at hiding things. At this point, you kind of like, you're listening to him, it sounds like he is guilt tripping, but you do not really know if he's meaning it or not.
Okay.
Kairos, in the Aston Republic, there's an upcoming election. Who do you think is going to win?
Lady Claudia, what do you think? I work with her, or...
Fair enough.
He kind of like shrugs his shoulders, like, you gotta pick a winning horse, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I don't know. Should we tell him?
What?
Why? So tell me what?
You just wouldn't believe it. It was.
It's like, look at me.
Yeah.
I'm thought to be extinct. Outside of the Edda Imperium, people think I am extinct.
Wait, do we tell him?
No, God damn it, you guys.
It's up to you, Damien. It was primarily your experience.
Now you're all making no sense. Tell me what? Of course I will believe it. You literally went through the third trial as an adult, while the second one almost killed you. And now look at this. It's just like normal hunky-dory. Of course there's something must have been going on. I'm just wanting to know why and what. Specifically what.
Kairos. The second one did kill me. It didn't almost kill me. It did kill me. But
Oh, shit. Really?
yes. But
Or you're not dead.
This Damien. Yes, this Damien is a new Damien. Rebuilt. from
Okay.
scratch.
Get off your high horse, Your Highness. Get off your fucking high horse. Talk to me in common, please. We both speak the same language. Get off your fucking high horse and talk to me in common, okay?
Okay. We met Pharasma. She pulled some strings for the third trial.
What?
And well, the third trial is I just talked to Pharasma. That was
What?
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Apparently we were invited for dinner or something because we all went there and ate.
Yeah, we had some tea, we had some turkey. It was good.
His eyes flare for like a second. You met Pharasma?
Yeah.
Yep. Do I roll like diplomacy or some shit to convince them, or what do I do?
Yeah, we have to convince him.
Yeah,
we need
Holy
some weird
shit,
shit, so a meeting
wait,
that
wait.
goes.
Kairos, you have to keep this between us. Don't even tell Claudia, please.
I am not in the business of telling other people's. I mean, you've met a goddess. I mean, I don't go
Apparently she
around
does
and.
not like being called a goddess.
Oh, really now? So you had like a private talk with like. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if to believe you, but I mean, you think you're telling the truth, so it's like.
Okay, wait. Okay, Kairos, take a look at this scarf. The
What
writing
scarf?
here.
You got nothing on your neck.
What?
Wait, am I not wearing it?
No, you're wearing the scarf.
Yeah. Oh,
wait,
but they
did-
cannot see it.
Oh
Wait, but they cannot see it.
This one right there.
What scarf?
Even I'm wearing.
Huh.
Wait. If I take it off, can you touch it? Is it just invisible or
What?
like? Can
Dude, you're not making any sense. What scarf? You're not
Okay,
wearing anything.
Okay, Ronan. I'm gonna take off.
Damien, wrap him up with the scarf.
Okay, I'm gonna try to
Oh,
like.
yeah.
I'm gonna try to like take off my scarf and like, I don't know, make him touch it. I guess with the scarf.
Wrap him around it.
Brush over his hand or something. Or wrap
Second, you
around his hand.
basically try to wrap around a part of Kairos' body with the scarf. He looks at you like, "What the fuck are you doing?" The scarf literally just goes through his body.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Okay, wait. So you can't interact with it. That's all.
Interesting.
Wait, so we are the only ones we can see the scarves and touch it.
Yeah, I was
Kairos-
worried that it wouldn't look well on my outfit because of all the purple and stuff.
You don't have to worry about it.
Well, I can see it, and I agree. It doesn't look good with your outfit, but it's fine.
Okay.
Fucking-
Basically, Pharasma made us a scarf, and I guess only we can see it and touch it.
Scarf
Well,
each.
Eyes flare. His eyes flare up again. Do you mind repeating that?
Pharasma made us a scarf, and I guess only we can see it, and nobody else. And
Oh.
Scarves, multiple.
yeah, scarves.
You see his
Yeah,
eyes flare.
multiple.
You see his eyes flare again for like a second. Just give me a moment. He kind of like looks around. Oh fuck! I don't got anything on me.
I guess this is really hard to believe from your perspective. I can understand that.
I mean, yeah, you're sounding like you're completely fucking insane.
I mean, we said we did warn you. You wouldn't believe us.
Yes. Yeah, you would.
Do you know who was the last person to basically have an exchange of words with the deity?
The Emperor?
No idea. The Emperor, maybe? Actually, I didn't.
Yeah.
No.
Damn.
It was the founder of the Divine Church.
Oh shit. Jesus.
Oh,
Okay. I was really guessing the Emperor there, to be honest.
The Emperor doesn't like deities in the first place.
Not even
mean-
Pharasma?
Pharasma is not the type of goddess you like or you do not like. She is, I mean, I don't know, do you like a tsunami?
She didn't really seem like a tsunami. I don't know if that's a fair comparison. To be
She is
honest.
the goddess of the dead. We all meet her at some point.
Well, yeah, but isn't
At
she also
the end
goddess
of the point.
Yeah. Well, even if she is, she seems pretty nice.
Oh, and now she's nice. Okay, now you're just
She
stripping.
was. She gave us turkey, coffee. We chatted for a bit. I mean,
We consider her as a friend. I consider her as my friend.
She gave you turkey and coffee. What else? She read you the newspaper. You asked her about what's going to happen in like tomorrow or something. What's going to be the weather?
I did ask her about the election. She wouldn't tell me though.
All right. So whatever. Okay. So whatever happened, you were through a really complicated illusion. So these are the side effects of the trial. Now I get it. Okay, this makes a lot more sense.
Well, hold on. Damien's jaw literally unhinged, and like a glowing light, a purple light came out.
When
of it,
I
and then we all passed
when
out.
I said I was like a brand new Damien, I meant it.
Oh, so that's what it. Of course, you feel like a brand new Damien. You've lifted a curse that has been part of your bloodline for generations.
I mean, she did confirm what freaking cursed me. She confirmed it was a hag.
Yeah.
Again, that sounds very honest and true.
The hag who ate
Also
me.
insane.
Very much.
It's like, and you rationalizing that a hag would have placed a curse on you. It's like me rationalizing that a fish can swim. I mean, if you have a blood curse on you, the likelihood of it being placed in there by some, fucked up monster that has the ability to place curse on you, it's very logical. Again, not that I am not trusting you guys. You obviously believe you're telling the truth. So I have seen. Anyway, it's just apparently a side effect from your trial in particular.
It felt pretty real.
I mean, yeah, man, good, like, powerful illusions can feel pretty real.
Guys, I say it's best to keep it at that.
Yeah, this is exactly why we did.
We might better need some days to recognize it.
Hello, nice to meet you. I have spoken to the goddess of the dead, and she gave me turkey and coffee. It's not the type of thing you would basically say out loud if you want to be taken seriously. Absolutely. 100%.
I think we deserve a little bit of seriousness on this subject. I mean, we literally found the dimensional fortress, right?
I mean, again, I am not disbelieving what you're claiming to have seen to be something you believe to be true, but I'm also saying it's fucking impossible. Like, again, the last person to witness a deity founded a church.
Okay.
And they had a
It's
vision.
not the type of people to found churches. Maybe we will, but not now.
Yeah, you definitely don't strike to me as the type of individuals who will found a fucking church. So,
I mean,
to be
I might
perfect,
start to
with
rate
all,
it.
with all-
What do you think of
with
founding
all
a
due
church?
with all due respect to you guys, you're very capable adventurers. You certainly are people worthy of trust. And there is nobody I would like to lay my life on the line with. But again, you've been around here. Come on. You're seriously telling me you're the type of people who found churches? Of course not. Let's be real here. Let's be real here. Anyway, I'm just glad that you were able to escape your trial. You definitely are not cursed. That's a good thing. I thought at first that you literally just basically rewrote your curse with another curse, which can happen. You're not cursed, so it all seems to be the mental effects of a really elaborate illusion of some sort. That's
It's even more fun than you actually believing it.
Yes.
again. I respect you guys if you've done a lot for us, and you're definitely very capable. But fuck off, you've met a goddess. Give me a break.
Wait, so do you believe us?
Is that jealousy I hear?
Okay.
Oh wait, what the fuck is your committing to the memory thing? I hear it all the time, and I keep on forgetting to ask. Is that that's not a god, right? That's what is that?
Committing to the memory? What?
We've been committed to the.
So you want to learn about the memories? Okay,
Well,
let's go back. I mean, talking about the history of the Edda Imperium in a cave is not precisely the most,
I mean,
the most ideal of environments.
okay.
Come on, let's go back. Let's go back to the house.
All right.
And he walks you all back to the house. And you kind of like, go to like a patio or something that's towards the back of the house. You can see the kind of like the garage in a way where they keep all the carriages and stuff. You see a couple of centaurs walking about. You kind of like take a seat. A while, not even 30 seconds go by, you see one of the house kind of like staff puts like tea and coffee and water and some juice and stuff where you're sitting. Okay. So the memory, or rather the memories, you see, when the Edda Imperium was founded, pretty much all of us. Well, do you know the history of Edda, the island?
Not particularly, but
So, during the times of the dynasty, the island of Edda, or the Edda archipelago really, but mostly the main island, was used as a prison, where the dynasty would just basically put away things they didn't like. Primarily those things were us, the so-called beast folk. We were persecuted, chased, and either enslaved or put in here. Little did we know that beneath the island, in what you today know as Andromedas, they also kept something else, or someone else. That someone else turned out to be the Emperor. During the Great Liberation War, there was a mutiny. That's what ancestral knowledge tells us. There was a giant mutiny, taking advantage of the fact that a lot of like the island gods and the dynasty forces that were stationed here had to be moved towards continental lands in order to fight off this liberation war, to fight off the independentists. Well, the beast folk in the island rebelled. Not a lot is known of the particulars of the Emperor's liberation, but the Emperor rose to prominence and leadership among these wayward beast folk by essentially being able to liberate them from the curse of blood, using trials not very dissimilar from the ones Damien just took. And after the successful liberation of the Era Imperium and, well, the fact that the dynasty fell on continental lands, so they were never able to send reinforcements to this place to take it back, the Emperor founded the Era Imperium. We were beholden to nothing and no one. We had been ostracized our entire existences. And so we decided to worship no deity. We decided to also break away from the tendencies of the past, where folk like myself would be part of packs and clans and things like that. And so we created the memory, a way of remembering all of us as we pass through existence, as our life runs. Even though we still keep some of the clan-based structure to most things, clans like the ones we have today are nothing like the ones that beast folk used to establish, or even beast folk today establish in some parts of the world. And essentially that's why we say we commit everyone's existence to the memory. It's something we keep for family and friends that we hold dear.
Okay. Well, that clears a lot up, because I wasn't sure if it was some like worshipping deity thing, but
we respect deities the same way we respect foreign religions, but no, we don't particularly worship any.
okay.
Some folks in here that have had extensive outside influence, some of them do worship their own religions, but that's it. It's not generalized.
Interesting. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other sudden questions you want to have? I mean, it's incredible. One deity illusion and suddenly everything is gods and shit.
Yes, we hunt gods.
Well, she prefers to be called the primordial, but
Yeah, right. And my shoe prefers to be called high couture. Right.
if your shoe prefers it, your shoe prefers it. I mean,
Yeah, sure, right. Yeah. Also, by the way, the drinks contain mild medication. I instructed the staff just in case. I don't want you to go nuts on me. It's perfectly harmless, though.
mild medication? Like,
We're gonna get knocked out.
Like anti-anxiety. There's some slight painkillers in there because, I mean, again, you're not cursed. You're definitely not mind controlled. I don't know what happened down in that cave, but whatever it was the good shit. Not even Kraken wine does that, and you guys had it.
yeah, I mean, this was definitely a lot better than Kraken wine. You know, if we ever find somebody that's like Damien again, we'll bring him back, and maybe you can join us that time.
Like, what do you mean, like me?
Yeah, another
Cursed
course.
like you.
Like me? Cursed, yeah.
Look, it's taken. Good luck. It's taken the Era Imperium a lifetime of searching for people just like Damien, and we happened to find them just per chance. But hey, you're gonna say me it was not chance. Definitely Pharasma had a hand in that, right?
You know, she is the goddess of fate.
Yeah, that's the spirit. There you go. Spoken like a true conspiracy theorist. What's next? The world is flat?
No.
Oh, I should have asked her that.
No.
Oh, wait, hey, Ronan, is your world flat?
Jesus Christ.
No, Rat, it's already been confirmed that there are plenty of...
Make a knowledge geography check.
Oh shit, I have no...
Or make a knowledge history, or just make a plain intelligence check.
I don't have any... Oh god.
Make a plain intelligence. You don't have any intelligence, so your intelligence score is 0. All right, you guys, we've been playing with a fucking apple all this time.
+1. Hold on. +1. Okay, no, I got a 4. God damn it.
Okay, so even with the 4, you know ships disappear on the horizon, signaling the fact that yes, this is not a fucking plane. Otherwise, you would not see ships disappear beneath the horizon. Even a foreign intelligence tells you that.
Damn, Ronan. This has to be on the recap for next week. We found out that your world is not flat.
Just remembered. Oh, that's right. This is flat. Okay.
You know, I brought fucking soda for D&D. I feel like I should have brought alcohol.
So it's basically, I know a lot of people that do that. It's basically, there's been astronomical observations of the other parts of the material plane, and they happen to be spherical. You know, it's like, wow, celestial bodies are spherical, the sun is spherical, the other parts of the material plane is spherical, and other celestial bodies observable are mostly spherical. So yes, Aurelia happens to be the only one who isn't. Even the moon is spherical.
Yes.
Hurtling through space on this flat rock. Through the astral sea on this flat rock. I'm learning a lot about the planes. It's very interesting.
I want to know more about the place. Hey, so do I, but I got a job, so
yeah.
You know. And not enough. Apparently, you guys have way too much free time. I'd love to be an adventurer someday. Sadly, I can't.
You can always join the Mexicans, you know?
I have this thing called responsibilities.
Yeah.
Wait, do you think that we are not responsible?
Oh no, I'm not saying you are very trustworthy and responsible within your duties, but it's sounding like you guys have way too much free time. Like
we do travel a lot, you know, so there's a lot of
downtime. Yeah, you do. I mean, you definitely do. Yeah. What is it?
That Atreus or Uthak talking? I can't tell.
It seems the little goblin has a headache or something.
No, he did hit his head.
It's not a headache, more of an aneurysm from fucking what the hell I'm listening to. I
know. I mean, you being from a scholarly line of the enlightened ones, I'm sure what you're listening these guys spew out is absolutely mind-boggling.
He was there.
He was there with us.
I was there with them, but even then, there's no fucking way Uthar could possibly explain this.
You just met the object of your worship.
Basically, yeah.
And you weren't there for the session.
You basically met the object of your worship. So it's like, Master Uthark, now that we talk about it, I mean, we know you enlightened ones worship Pharasma. What do you think of this whole ordeal?
Master Uthark? He's a master now?
No, that's what he refers.
Spark Uthark.
No, I'm not a master yet.
Spark Uthark.
I mean, obviously he's talking in the future.
Like basically, Kairos looks at Damien with the really face.
Really?
Fucking Uthar just looks down at his fucking Sparks and is like, "Oh yeah, Pharasma's pretty nice."
What do you think about all this? I mean, because your companions are speaking of the fact that they met Pharasma and she gave them turkey and coffee.
Well, I mean, they certainly did. I was there.
I'm convinced this is an illusion. There's no way an enlightened one will speak so casually about that.
I've been with these ones long enough. I'm completely broken.
Oh, pardon me. Yes, I am sure some of their, and I'm saying this as a term of endearment, unique qualities will rub off on you. Absolutely.
If anything, Kairos, if it helps you, it could possibly just be that our memories got jumbled up or something, because
it's the thing. I've been trying to figure out what's going on with you. There is no curse. There is no lingering trace of magic being used on you. Your magical auras are exactly the same as, well, when last I saw them, which was well, before you left. I mean, you seem exactly the same individuals. The only thing I have to, as a remain recourse, is summon Ferdinand and him having dissect you or something. But you can't do that while you're breathing.
Yep.
Yeah, I get it. Even for me, Ferdinand can be a bit.
I don't want to be
Ferdinand.
dissected, okay?
Neither do I, and neither do I want you to be dissected. I'm just expressing out loud. It's called voicing your thoughts, expressing out loud. The only recourse I have left is basically to tell Ferdinand to dissect you because, well, I've done everything in my power and you're definitely not cursed. You're definitely not like changed in any significant way, at least one that is perceivable to my very keen eyes and very keen nose, particularly keen. So the only thing I have to explain is, well, you just experienced a mass, I don't know, call it hysteria event?
That would probably be the most logical explanation.
Yeah, but the
Of course
scarf
it is.
is so real to me. That's impossible.
You don't have us. Do you want me to, I mean, we don't have mental institutions in here. It's more like
Oh
dungeons.
god, we're not insane.
That's,
You
that's,
can't
No, the
say me you're
scarves
not
are gonna be
insane.
proof.
Yeah.
So if you,
No, he
if
can't
you,
see the scars. He can't
So-
see.
I know,
Only
I
you can
know,
see it.
but they should have an effect, right? We can test them that way if you don't believe it.
Effects? Oh
Uh-huh.
right, they do have an effect. I can probably like just stay inside a fridge and be fine with it.
No, fridge is not enough. We need something even.
Well, you could hold your breath for. Well, you could hold
An
your
hour?
breath for an hour underwater.
Yeah, I could
you
hold
do
my
it
breath
for an
hour.
entire day, what does it matter?
Well, here.
Swim in
you
lava.
know,
Like the
Arius
whole
pulls out
breath.
this spell book. I don't have anything in here that lets me breathe underwater, but the scarf will let me breathe underwater for an hour a day.
I mean, I know people that can do it without necessarily using any spells.
Okay, but I can't. do
human
that 'cause
though?
I'm
A normal human?
I don't
Yeah,
have
but a human?
skills. I don't have.
Yeah, but like a human? Can a human do it?
There are very skilled human divers. It wouldn't be out of the realm of disbelief for someone to
there's
be.
no way, no magic.
In real life, at
normal
least the
human.
world record for
no
the
way.
most, time
Oh,
spent.
okay,
holding your
guys.
breath for,
I'm
like,
from
maybe
the
24
Aston
minutes.
Republic. I literally had never seen the sea before. Well, that's not true. I've seen the sea before. I've never been on the sea before.
You live in San Hartan. You not seeing the sea or being on the sea is less believable than, well, you saying you've met Pharasma.
Okay. Anyways,
God.
This is going in a very weird direction.
Okay, how about
Again,
this? How about this?
Uthark,
Swim in lava.
Uthark, let's just let them dig their own graves. Master Kairos, okay? We're just gonna be over here.
Master Lawrence, you're a reasonable one. Please, can you please make some sense of
You
this
dare
for me?
lie to yourself just to keep some shred of dignity.
Please, just make some sense of this for me. You're talking about imaginary, well, your friends rather, are talking about imaginary scars that don't exist because they don't exist. And it's not that they're invisible either, because I can smell fabric. They're not there.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't
say, dude,
smell,
skill
you
issue.
can't touch, you
Had-
can't see. Wait,
had
skill
you-
issue?
how do you explain Damien dying and coming back though?
Not know if he died. You claim he died, but
He
again,
died. His
he
body was.
didn't.
Okay, what if I elaborate more?
When it
What
When
if
you
I
brought
told
him, he
you-
was in a really, he was in a, when you brought him in, he was in a really rough shape. We didn't have time to, know about what happened in particular, and I was not in the inkling of asking, because again, this is a very intimate process for people. But he didn't die. He was perfectly alive last time I fed him with a funnel.
Oh,
what if I put it this way? According to them, I burned into basically.
He was like a
charcoal.
charred skeleton.
Of course,
For a while.
the
then-
ether, of course, the ether inside you manifested to the closest thing, your ancestors, the thing your blood curse did. It happens. This has been documented. The intense heat is something perfectly normal. Also, since that ether manifested that way, what ancient knowledge and what observable in research has provided us with the fact that your body would have adjusted to that heat because you would have literally incarnated in a portion of your ancestor. The reason why I bought a goddamn company of imperial gods is because I thought the third trial was going to turn you into a dragon.
Oh, is that what's gonna happen?
Yes, after examining the mess you left behind, we concluded that your closest ancestor was a dragon, and we feared you would turn into one. We didn't tell you because you needed to take that third thing, the third trial, and we didn't know if your friends were going to try to stop you, with all due respect. So we had to keep it under wraps. Luckily, you're not the ask a lot of questions type of group, so that played in our favor.
I mean, I would have liked to know that. I would have had to maybe fight the dragon. That would have been nice to know.
Right, no. Nobody would like to know that it would be nice to fight a dragon.
Well, it would be nice to know it. I would have maybe had to fight the dragon.
Personally, I would have not rather fight. I would not rather fight a
Your
dragon.
head, yeah, killing a fucking dragon. Those motherfuckers stink. Except
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Emperor's Master.
Exactly why we'd rather know.
Hey, Kairos, how strong would I have been if I was a dragon?
Well,
Well, as strong as a dragon, I'd presume.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never fought a dragon, so I don't know.
Well, we fought that flesh dragon, the king thing.
Oh yeah, that
I
was.
don't want
But...
to think about that.
that was a
thing-
Drake, though.
wait, you
No,
fought
that
a
was a-
Drake?
No, we fought a fire
Well,
drake.
We
That
did
was a
fight a fire drake, but the flesh
fight a
thing
fire drake.
down in the
Oh, the
research
flesh
facility.
dragon.
Oh
that's
yeah,
right,
yeah,
the
yeah,
fucking
that
one
one.
with faces.
That one.
Drakes are fairly common, and I was there when you fought that abomination. It was
Yeah.
shaped like a dragon, but
Yeah.
Call
I
it
don't
a-
know.
It was
Dragon.
a dragon in the.
I don't know if that thing was actually a dragon or
familiarity
not, but-
with a dragon.
A dragon in
all the
human skin.
dragon. I mean, dragons are intelligent, proud creatures. So
That thing was all
that
butt
thing
and
was-
especially disgusting
that-
smelling.
that thing was a dog on a leash. I wouldn't go as far as call it a dragon.
I wouldn't call it. I wouldn't go as far as call it a dog on a leash.
Well, it was basically that. Just a really big dog,
I feel
stinky.
kind of bad for that drake.
You fought a Drake
Yeah, back in Senhartan.
in
the-
San Hartan.
Yeah, in the what is it called? The gambling place, the Red Rose.
No, you mean the blue
Yeah,
rose.
red rose.
Blue Rose, the Blue Rose.
Blue
Yeah,
rose, blue rose, yeah.
yeah. There's a bit of a kerfuffle in the Blue Rose, and
Oh, don't worry, I know all about that kerfuffle.
yeah. We had to fight a drake at one point.
I mean, I was at San Hartan when that happened.
You were?
Yeah,
Wait, what? You were?
I was staying at the same inn you guys were. We even crossed paths one day.
You were the guy with the top hat. Oh my god.
Wait, was he?
Oh,
Yeah, he was. I remember him,
know.
like, you know,
How did I not recognize you before? Oh,
my god!
shit.
Wait. Oh my god! You were there the whole time.
Wait, so you have dealings with Tolafie?
One that, well, anyone of my particular persuasion that goes to San Hartan has at some point or the other deal with Madame Tolafia.
Okay, fair enough.
She is a very well-connected individual.
Yeah.
And
Huh.
being, of course, a beast folk herself, there's a certain kinship that goes with that.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, you thought you were the only ones who have been made kin in our history?
No, of course not. I mean, the Imperium's old,
Mhm.
right? Yeah, so no way. Wait, she was made kin?
Mhm.
Wait, what?
She came to the Edda Imperium?
Mhm. I mean,
How long ago?
we-
How old is she?
to be perfectly blunt, she is from the Edda Imperium.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ.
Argus, I don't think it's polite asking that question to any woman.
How old? Oh, yeah.
I mean, I guess it
well,
would
I
make
mean, that's why I'm
sense.
asking him, not to Olivier.
I mean, I guess it would make sense. I've never seen a kitsune.
I
like,
personally
talk
do
about-
not know Madame Tolafia's age. I know Kitsune can age a lot and not look at all as if they've aged. So, yeah, I'm not in the realm of insulting people. So what Master Lawrence says is a very keen observation. You should never ask someone of the female variety to, well, the whereabouts of their
I think
age
it-
in
well, I mean-
conclusion.
I think if we think about it, be kind of a compliment for Madame Tolifier. She's very
Oh,
accomplished.
no.
She looks very young.
No, don't do it.
Go down that road. The mysteries of the female mind across all races tends to
Exactly. If
be.
you guess too low, she might think that you think of her as like, too young and naive and so on. If you guess
No,
too
I
high,
I wouldn't advise it. But hey, again, as I also advise not going around telling people you met Pharasma and she fed you turkey and coffee. Don't do that. Or that you have scarves that nobody can see or smell or nothing.
I mean, we kind of came. We were originally. I mean, we told you wouldn't believe us, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
Hey, wait.
Yeah.
So, Kairos, do you believe us?
No,
You still know?
no, it's impossible. So no.
Yeah.
Kairos, I'll try my best to make sure they don't say a word,
Why
or
don't you
at least
what?
See,
What do you want
what-
about Lawrence?
I'll be a lot more concerned in figuring out what caused such vivid visions, because for you to uphold it with such a degree of conviction, I mean, some good shit must have happened. But
To be perfectly honest with
I
all of
would
you, I
be,
don't want
I would be a lot more curious about judging what caused this or finding it out.
Well, Pharasma caused it, obviously.
Oh.
You see Kyle
Wow.
scratching his forehead.
Yeah, let's move on of this
Again.
because
Okay, that's it. I'm done.
we
We're
are
moving on.
gonna
We're
end
moving
up on a
on.
Okay, okay.
institution or just
And
Marcus.
Again, again, if you don't want to believe me, and if you don't want to listen to me, and apparently there is no demonstrable way of finding a hole in your very elaborate collective illusion, don't go around saying that to people. Okay?
Yeah, we understand that much at least, alright? You don't have to tell us that.
I hope my reaction is enough to show you why.
Well, here, ask the Emperor or tell the Emperor about it.
what? No, let's not.
No.
You're gonna get
We
us
don't need to convince
killed.
anybody.
No.
I thought we were gonna keep this a secret.
I am not telling the Emperor unless he asks.
I would be extremely curious what the Emperor would have to say. If I'm being honest.
I would be very curious to see what the Emperor doesn't have to say, because he doesn't have to know.
Again. Just don't go around saying that. That's weird. Okay?
Yeah, I don't think Claudia would be very receptive to it.
Yeah, just you know.
You know, that is a good idea. I was thinking about asking her.
It's not that all of a sudden, Pharasma gave you like ultra confidential information and whatnot.
Well, she cleared up a few things that were a little confusing, but
Oh, really? Enlighten me.
yeah. Well, originally Rovagug wasn't the embodiment of chaos. He took the mantle after Lamashtu made it. I didn't know that.
Oh, really, really, really? So, and I'm guessing that happened millions of years ago. So there's,
Yeah,
nothing.
Whenever Lamashtu, well, Lamashtu is the child of Pharasma, so
Well, the child of the, creators, so that also includes the other aspects.
yeah.
What you see, Kairos' eyesight narrow a little bit. Go on.
She also mentioned how the Emperor used to be a prisoner in Ada, but you already mentioned that too, so.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe you're not the best person to talk to about this. You're right. That's a good point.
I don't know. His eyes go back to normal. I don't know. Maybe. I know she would have revealed something you had no way of knowing without her revealing it. I would be
some
much more
stuff about the
inclined.
matriarchs too.
I mean, sure thing. It's not that you have an enlightened one. They do that for a living. So, sure. Anyway, if you didn't have if you had demonstrable information that could prove the fact that you know things you're not supposed to know, and the only way of explaining it is, well, Pharasma kind of told you. Yeah, until that point, please, don't go around saying that. Otherwise, you're going to sound insane. And since, of course, you don't have any demonstrable means of proving said information, because you don't have it, let's leave it at that.
If only you could see these scarves.
If only they could see them.
Just stop it.
Okay,
Yes,
We were literally just talking about it. We're like, well, what are we gonna say about the scars? And then you can't even see them, so we don't have to say anything. It's actually
yes,
It's very convenient, is it not? Anyway, mass hysteria is definitely a recorded phenomenon. I mean, Ferdinand would be delighted to dissect you. Just let's not tell him anything.
Who's the name of the guy who founded the Divine Church? We should talk to him.
he's
I don't know who's the guy who founded the divine. I don't know his
Probably
name.
dead.
Is he?
Oh no,
Okay.
he's very dead. I think his name was Jimmy something.
Oh, Jimmy!
Goblin Jimmy?
No. Jimmy.
That can't be.
All right.
Again, I'm not very good with names and stuff, and I'm
What
not
was the
into
other guy
religion.
that started with M? The guy who like did the shit with the C, like split the C?
Oh, you mean? Oh no, but that's like a. Oh, you mean? Oh no, that was like You mean Mohawk?
Mohawk, yeah, Mohawk.
But that was like in a children's book, like the Bible, right?
the Bible.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
was.
but that's like an old story about like that back when like the Divine Church was like a thing, and
Okay.
it had a lot of. God damn it! It was a children's story that had like a really weird name, like the Old Testament, something like that.
Yeah,
Um,
true.
Yeah, and it was like a weird thing about like a guy who part. I mean, it's not weird. I mean, you can control water and part something, but it's like, yeah.
It's
But
been a great source, honestly.
I mean, yeah. I mean that's a thing. But did Pharasma talk to you about the Bible too?
Well, no, Devon made a reference to it.
Yeah, we had a brief discussion about it.
This is canon.
yes, it is canon. I made the people.
So I want you to hear yourselves. So, I mean, if this is not raising all kinds of alarms, I don't know what will. So you talked to Pharasma. She offered you turkey and coffee, and one of the subjects of the conversation was the Bible,
Yes.
a children's book. I mean,
Yeah,
this is
very
so
briefly,
fucking
because
random.
Devon made a reference to it.
This is so fucking, and it all came because Mr. Dos Santos, the leader of your group, made a reference to a children's book. Out of nowhere, as you're talking to, we say this again, the goddess of the dead.
Hey, look, if anybody was gonna talk about a children's book to a goddess of the dead, it would be us, right? So,
Anyway, if at this point, I don't know, again, I am starting to believe you're holding this up as a joke because I'm sure all of you now are perfectly aware of how dumb this looks. Like this looks like shit you would just tell someone. It's like, hey, I just had this weirdest dream. It's like, okay, so what was the dream about? It's like, so I was talking to Pharasma while I was eating turkey and drinking coffee, and then a friend of mine just started talking about the Bible.
Yes.
I think
That's the type of
worst
shit
part about-
you come up with in a dream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the worst part about this all for both me and Uthark is just fucking. I can't tell where the joke begins and or ends or starts even.
Oh no.
There is no joke, Isaac. It's what happened. You were there.
But
I know
unlike you who are diving head first into it, I mean, I know you got a taste for Kraken wine. I mean, my wallet definitely does. But you are diving head straight first into the whole thing, while Master Uthark and Master Lawrence, aka the reasonable ones,
hey,
I'm
look,
very
they're only
quiet about
pretending
it.
to be reasonable because they
they're
want
just
to.
pretending. They're just pretending now.
Totally, just
I know them
pretend.
enough to know that they would only pretend.
Right, just pretending now. So, Master Uthark, you do have the scarf?
With like, you have the scarf. I literally see it on you right now.
Oh,
I can't say that I do or don't, to be honest.
I'm sorry. Bro,
He's lying. No, he's
You
lying.
stupid-
He's lying. He's lying. He has to roll buff for that. He has to roll buff.
Okay, guys. Okay, listen up.
He has to roll up.
I'm not
You
saying
have-
I don't have the scarf.
You've went through it from traumatic experience. That much is clear. Gladly or not so much, it seems to be mostly mental. I
think
wouldn't say it is the beginning of your dissension into madness, and I would hate for it to be that way. So for the sake of everybody, if you're doing this as a joke, it's a very bad one. And if you're doing this seriously, I suggest you shut up about it.
I'm gonna talk to Tolafie about it. Maybe she can give us.
No,
no.
You know, I know we kind of all agreed not to talk about it, but I mean, there has to be some answers here, right?
I love you of all people.
Okay, think
Let's
about
not-
it for
let's not talk
think
to
about it for
anybody.
2 seconds.
Yes,
It's not
no.
uncommon for people to have visions.
Why do you have to think about it for more than 1 second?
You know what? Fuck it. We want to move on. I'm done with this shit. We wasted
okay.
too much time on this.
Fine. Let's go.
Can we get
Jeez.
something to eat?
So changing the subject, gentlemen, what do you have in mind now?
Can we get something to eat?
Oh man, I want to go back to Aston Republic.
I want something to eat.
I mean, that would be the reasonable thing. After all, you're employed.
Yeah.
And I'm sure well, not sure, I know your employer is eager to learn
Yep.
about, well,
Our
everything,
findings and everything.
except that thing. I mean,
Hey,
the
is
last
Claudia a religious person?
the last person, I do not know Lady Claudia nowhere near enough to answer that. But I know her enough to say that talking about her about imaginary scarves is not the best thing. She, after all, signs your paychecks or however you
Yeah, don't,
get paid.
let's not talk about that. So
Hopefully, Kairos, they. At least whatever affected us stops affecting us by then, hopefully.
yeah,
I'm convinced it will wear off in time, or at least I'd like to believe that. Otherwise, we would have to consider a dissection.
I'd like to hope that it wears off for them.
I was hoping that talking some sense into you would bring you out, or at least make you question the insanity of what you're saying.
I'm already over it. Okay.
You
I'm
think
over
I
it.
question? You think I don't question the insanity of this group every
I
day?
know you're questioning it. That's why you've been so quiet. I mean, you wouldn't be like that if you met the object of your worship. So I know you're questioning it. I know Master Lawrence is, but like the rest of you, not so much.
what the rest of us?
I mean, Damien's jaw literally unhinged, and then a purple light
Yeah,
was
yeah,
glowing
yeah.
out of
Okay,
his
okay,
mouth.
yeah. Okay,
Okay, enough. It's over.
I'm
Let's
it
move
too.
on.
I'm over it.
Let's move on.
I'll find something to convince you, Kairos, one of these days.
No,
But keep looking for it. And at the same time, just try to prove the Earth is flat too. Or Aurelia's flat.
The
Just
Earth,
try
what
to-
is this? The Earth is.
Hey, Kairos, what
That is out of my capability.
What is your?
You know the thing you walk on?
Yeah, exactly. That's the Earth, the thing we walk on.
Yeah.
Aurelia is like the big, it's like the big Earth. You know, it's like
I know back
not
in the
imaginary like your scarves. It's actually there. It's like
That-
big.
Back in the Aston
It's-
Republic, all we have is sand, but probably where you guys came from.
I mean,
there was
no,
earth
back in the
underneath your
Aston
feet.
Republic, you don't just have sand. That's literally your neck of the
Yeah.
woods or the desert.
Yeah.
But
The color woods. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you have woods, you have mountains, you have everything. Like the Aston Republic has a little bit of everything.
A little bit.
It has a little something for everyone.
yep.
A lot of fucking sand.
Mm-hmm.
From your part, yes. In the northwest.
I literally live in the mountains for a long time, and then
That's true. That's true. Okay.
I mean,
All right,
we
but-
literally met in Ravens. Well, officially met in Ravens Patch.
Yeah.
think I need more crack in the line.
Fuck that place. Oh, yeah. Thank you for the Kraken line, by the way. Really helped with my surgery when they were cutting into my neck for a little bit.
I'm glad it was useful because, oh my god, it was worth it.
Yeah.
It was worth a lot.
Would you like? We still have a little bit of the young one left. The aged one is pretty much empty.
I
gone.
prefer not to get into the hallucinogen side. I know you have a penchant for it. Not myself, thank you.
All right. All right.
we have the drugs.
Everything in moderation, guys. Everything
What's
in
the soonest
moderation.
when we can leave?
There is no moderation within this group.
Well, in regards to that, in regards to when you can leave, all you need to do is speak. We do have preparations done because, well, to be perfectly honest, I would have to encourage you to leave, but you know, I don't get visitors here often, so I'm just glad you're here. But
I mean, can we come back?
absolutely, you're kin. You can come back whenever you want.
Well, sure. If we come back, then this is a lovely place.
It is. We worked really hard to keep it that way. So, in that regard, well, you just have to say the word. We will get ready to depart as soon as possible.
Yeah. What about you guys? Anything you guys want to finish up before we go, or you guys ready to go?
I'm good to go.
Yeah, I'm good to go as soon as we're ready.
Damien, you good?
Of course.
All right. Lawrence.
Everything should be fine here.
All right. Uthark.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
All right. I mean, shit.
I have a few questions to do too. Well, I got a few places to go back in. Yeah, back in Hishtari. That's
Yeah, I
for
think
sure.
our business is all back in Australia right now, unfortunately.
We will take you back to Hishtari, yes.
That'd be nice.
That's the place we picked you from. That's the place we're delivering you.
It's been a nice vacation, except for the Underdark part. But
Not
I
vacation.
wouldn't call this a vacation, but I'm glad you see it that way.
I mean, what? Most like we were in the Underdark for a couple days at most, and then the
Yeah,
rest
you
of
were
it
for
we
3
were.
days. You had to, eggs pulled out of your neck. Your friend almost died.
Yeah,
You came out hallucinating of that experience. I mean, yeah, sure, vacation.
I mean, the hallucination part that you think is a hallucination.
we're gonna
wasn't
leave it at
that.
that.
It was, yeah, we'll
We're
leave it at
gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it at that.
that. Sure, we'll leave it at that. It wasn't that bad. I mean, aside from my friend dying and me getting a knife in my neck and pulling eggs out.
Yeah,
That's a pretty good time.
you almost dying. Sure thing. I'm guessing that's the adventurer's optics, I guess. Because there's no way I would go through those experiences and still come out saying, "Yeah, it just felt like a vacation."
You know, fireballs shot at us, fighting a flesh dragon
any
thing.
other day, yeah. Just a normal
Blowing
day of
up.
adventuring.
This is a
Cerulean
vacation
dick
only for the
sides.
Mexicans. Yep, this is a vacation for the Mexicans.
No, but I mean, if you want to call it that way, then you do you, my friends. As
Yeah.
for when you are leaving, you just have to say the word.
Right now, I'm ready.
Right now.
Oh,
Right
it's
now?
I mean, departing at night is the best time to depart, absolutely. I will not be escorting you as before.
Oh,
I still have pending issues here.
a lot of people work.
Primarily, yes, sadly.
Unfortunately.
And I cannot escape it. But anyway, you will be delivered to Hishtari in a similar manner in which you were brought here. So, if that is your decision, then we should be ready to depart tonight. And he kind of like takes his hand to his ear for like a second. Okay, I will be notified when the preparations are finished. As for that, well, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you.
It's been our pleasure too. I mean,
It's been a
shit.
real pleasure.
Yeah.
It's not very common we get to meet people that eventually become kin. So the fact that I played a little bit of a part in that makes me really, really proud. You're good people. You're good people. And I
Glad
hope
we
you
got to
keep
meet.
I hope you keep being good. Anyway, I got paperwork to attend to. Thank you very much. And I'll let you know when you're ready to depart so you can wait. I guess it's not going to take too long.
All right.
Alrighty. Good luck with that paperwork.
And Kairos kind of gets up and goes back inside the house.
Damn. Oh, Kairos, if you ever want to come back, how do we come back?
Just message me. We'll arrange it.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that works.
And Kairos continues his way into the house. So, what do you do?
Are you just chills for until he's ready to leave? Nothing really to do right now.
Lawrence is gonna freaking pull up our book and you start reading.
Okay, so around an hour goes by when a servant from the house comes in. Hello. Master Kairos has informed me that your arrangements are ready. So if you would like to accompany me to gather your belongings.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Ready?
Oh, don't forget the Tanuki wine.
Yep, can't forget Tanuki wine.
Oh shit, we never. On our way, before we head over, we have to go say goodbye to
The Tanuki guy?
What was his name? Was his name Rockers? I can't.
Rocky.
Rocky. Yeah. We have to go say goodbye to Rocky.
I think, I'll be honest, Argus, I think it's best if we leave.
But we have.
Do you
Don't
want
don't want to keep them.
Okay, servant person. Can you leave a message with Rocky the
Person,
Tanuki?
I'm sorry.
What?
I apologize for my friends.
My name is Adara. Thank you.
My apologies, Altara.
But deliver a message to Rocky the Tanuki. That's awfully.
He's a blacksmith down in the marketplace.
But there are many Tanuki blacksmiths down
Well,
in the
this one's name
marketplace.
is Rocky.
Sure. Are there any particular messages you would like to deliver him?
Yeah. Thank you for the wine. We had a great time in the Imperium, and we hope to see you again soon.
Certainly, sir. If we ever come across the Rocky the Tanuki blacksmith, we will most definitely inform of your wishes.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. She kind of like turns around and looks like with this face of like, that was the most random request. What the fuck? She kind of turns around and continues guiding you back towards the house, the guest house, where you collect all of your belongings, and you kind of like, including the Tanuki wine, and you kind of like are led to the front of the house where Kairos is there waiting for you in the carriage. Okay, so good to go.
Good to go.
Good to go.
All aboard. You all kind of like get on the carriage. You drive down this kind of like less sparsely populated part of the city into like the familiar kind of roads of like the city itself, as you kind of like go all the way to a similar place where you came from. As the carriage kind of like parks, gets inside this giant kind of like structure that looks like a Parthenon of some sort. Gets inside, parks at some point, kind of like open the door, you get out of the carriage. You're led into another one of those like lifts that you see now are apparently a little bit more pervasive. Like you came on a lift when you came outside, when you arrived in the city, and you also, used the lift to get to the Underdark. So apparently lifts are a thing in the Edda Imperium. However, you go back down the lift into at this point, second time you've seen it, which is the Paphos underground harbor that is basically built in the rock itself, kind of caved in. You kind of like go down through the lift, where like you see a bunch of like boats and also see a bunch of like different submarines. And close by to where you are or where you get on, there's one that is very prominent. As you see people loading in stuff in those submarines, and Kairos kind of like approaches, come on, and approaches the submarine, kind of like leading you towards. Okay, Mexicans.
Yep.
This is Captain Galuf. He will be your escort for this particular part of the journey.
A pleasure to meet you, Captain.
Pleasure to meet you.
You see Captain Galuf kind of like, he looks a bit hunched, and then he just kind of like brings himself back, and he's a bit of like a slender built, almost has like insect like features with like a very weird kind of like skin, and like the face looks perfectly humanoid, but the texture of it is very kind of like insect-like, as it looks at all of you. Okay. Well,
How big is he?
He's about 6 feet tall, 6'5", something like
Okay.
that. He's tall, but he's not like fucking 10 feet tall.
Okay.
And he looks at all of him. It will be my pleasure to take you on this journey. We will deliver them safe. Lord Commander. Do not worry. He's like, I have, and you see Kairos going like, I have every confidence you will do so. And he turns towards you. Well, friends, time has come.
Time to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Damn.
Bye.
Kairos.
You see kind of like him, kind of like
Bye.
raise his hand. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care, Kairos. Good luck with your paperwork.
Lauren's gonna give a good firm handshake to Kairos and be like, we will remember this. We enjoyed our stay here.
We will remember this. It's like, holy shit! Could have threaded that.
Lawrence.
And hopefully you take care, and hopefully we'll see you again.
I'll
It's like,
remember
he
your-
kind of like shakes your hand and is like, appreciate the gesture, Master Lawrence, and you take care of yourselves as well.
You know, Kairos, before we go, you can join the Mexicans, but you don't have to be like with us. We can make you a member.
I have my responsibilities.
Yeah,
I'm afraid
you know,
I have.
Honorary member.
I'm afraid I have to say no to that.
Oh, come on. You don't. We're a pretty
Yeah, that's
prestigious
enough.
group, Kairos.
We
It's
are
refused.
very
It's refused.
prestigious group.
All right, all right.
Anyway, I hope we see each other in less vacation-like circumstances, as you put it. But take care. And see
Yep,
you
you
soon.
too.
And you see Kairos kind of like walking back to the lift as you all kind of like ushered in into the submarine. This one is make a perception check, everybody.
Ooh,
Okay.
All right.
Kairos would make a good addition to our group, I think. 13.
19.
While we were rolling perception,
Yeah.
Yep.
um,
Ooh,
23.
Did you all roll it? We're missing.
Atris.
Atris.
That was like,
Hold on, wait.
Damn. Is Atris even here like half the time?
Oh wait. Hold on. I love to go charge my shit.
Bruh, kids these days.
My phone was fucking dying. Chill. I'll give you.
Perception check.
The perception. Yeah.
Ow. No, wait, I do remember. Hold on, let it load. What happened? I'm so sorry.
So, this submarine is big.
It's very
Yeah,
submarine.
pretty nice submarine, right? Yeah. Wish I could perceive it.
Yeah, we are blind right now, so I don't know. I don't know.
Soviet vision.
30, Jesus.
There, my Soviet vision.
Basically, this submarine looks smaller than the one you came in. But as you're led inside, very much looks structurally similar. You're led to a cabin that looks again very much similar, and Captain Gallup kind of looks at all of you. Hope these accommodations are appropriate for your journey. They're not much, sadly, but they suffice. Anyway, if you need anything, and he kind of like shows that there's like it looks to be like a phone hanging on the wall. It's a very similar process that your previous submarine.
We're gonna get stuck in here.
There are some restricted areas, yes. I'm hoping you understand.
Completely.
Appreciate it, and apologies for the inconvenience.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, I will leave you to your devices now. I have duties to attend. And he kind of like closes the cabin airlock, basically. After a while that you're there, kind of like, looking around and stuff, you feel the submarine catch, sink, and begin to move. So, for this next leg of the journey, if there's anything in particular you want to do in the next 3 days, now is the time to tell me what you're doing.
Argus is going to spend the rest of the time just warping the wood on the bed.
The 3 days? Not even.
Yeah, 3 days.
Or
He's gonna make
wood on
like
the
he's,
side.
he's gonna make like little. He's gonna spend the time just like making little characters on the side. Maybe try and like copy, like he's like all the members. He's gonna try and like make little characters on the side of the wood with the ring that all resemble everybody in the Mexicans.
Are
That's
little
what he'll do.
figures.
Yeah, like little figures in the wood.
Okay.
So Argus just turned into a 5-year-old. Good to know.
Gotta pass the time somehow.
Okay.
Divan will actually start to practice, basically shadow boxing with his rapier, so...
Wait,
Oh,
you're
shit.
training?
For a second, I thought you said boxing. I'm like,
Boys,
wait,
basically.
Lauren,
Okay, but yeah, sure. You do some light workouts. What else?
Lauren's gonna be mostly reading and charging the one, making sure he charges one every time he goes to sleep.
All right, roll 3 charges for the one then.
Okay.
Hey, Ethan, you want to train?
sure, why not?
Yeah.
Just duels and working out. Duels
Yeah,
and-
duels and working out.
Okay.
No real weapons though. Don't use real weapons. Don't-
6.
don't.
Yeah.
8. Okay.
You all do 2 play Make Believe as well, so you 2 turn into 5 as well. All of a sudden, good to know.
What do you mean? We're training.
All right, so at this rate, the 3 days pass. You got delivered food at specific times. You know, it's very similar to the experience you've had before. However, on the 3rd day, you do see someone that has been coming by delivering you food. The 3rd day comes by with the food and also tells you, we will be ready to do the exchange in a couple of hours. So if you please be ready to the signal. Thank you. The person, well, not the person in particular. This one looks like what a biped porcupine with clothing would look like.
All
So
right.
it kind of like
We'll make
walks.
sure everything is ready.
At some point, the signal kind of like comes in. You see that there's like a light on the entrance of your cabin that just turns red, and the phone kind of like rings. At that point, you kind of like go outside, and you do see that in the hallway there's like a ton of like all the doors and bulkheads. The space you've been allowed to move in, that Ethan and Divan and Damien have been using to work out and stuff like that, it's wide. I mean, it's not particularly big or anything, but it's enough to do those types of things. However, you do see that at the end, where there's been a sealed hatch all this time, the hatch kind of like open and points you towards it. You follow it. Shortly after, you do see a staircase that goes up. You kind of like take this case up, and you find yourselves in the middle of the ocean. You see that there's like a set of planks and kind of like hooks and stuff attached. You see a boat, not very different from the one you came in either. You see kind of like a boat tied to the submarine. You see some people are already kind of like ferrying, this time by hand, not like the time before where you saw a crane do stuff, and this time it's by hand. You see people ferrying stuff from one side to the other, not like one way only like it was before. It's like you see them ferrying from, 2 sides. At the same time, you do see 2 individuals in basically each end, as if they were like constantly casting something. You kind of like all make your way back to the boat, and you see and this time you see a lady, like a female. This one happens to be a female that has vulpine features.
Oh.
She's not showing like her tails or anything, but you do see that she has these vulpine features about him. So you do she either is a kitsune or something akin to a kitsune. She looks at you. Welcome. You must be the Mexicans.
Yeah.
Captain Avina. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
The journey will take... It's been good weather recently, so it should take us about a couple to 3 days to reach back Hishtare Harbor. I'm guiding you. I will guide you to your cabins now. If you would please follow me. And you basically follow her down the holes of the ship. Again, the room where you stay this time around is not that different from the one you stayed before. And as such, you go back into this place, you settle your belongings and stuff like that. At some point, you kind of like between see and hear the sounds and the sight of like the submarine and this boat kind of like detaching from each other. The submarine goes down into the sea, and you continue your journey by boat. So this leg of the journey is going to take roughly 2 days, according to what my dice are telling me. So in this particular case, if there's anything you would want to do differently that you were doing before,
Argus spends time watching the sea.
I'm gonna
Same
do
as before.
some one charges and also reading books, so that's the same.
roll two
I'm gonna
more.
Work out.
Roll 2 more again differently. Roll 2 more 1 charges.
Okay, it's fully charged.
Gonna pump water. Hey Judas, do you pump water?
What was that, Ryan?
Do you pump water?
Yeah, what was that? Shit, dude, definitely, dude. Always pump water. Always.
Yeah, spend the next 2 days pumping water. Let's go.
Other than your kindergarten arc, is there anything else you would like to do? Good to know. So,
Workout.
Workout, yeah.
so for the next couple of days, you do similar things you did in the submarine. This time you have a whole boat at your disposal. Yes, you do whatever pumping water means, as long as it doesn't mean chugging you off the boat into the ocean. That's totally fine. So you do that. If you're jumping overboard, just tell me if you're jumping overboard. Then I'll have you roll a new character in no time. So in that regard, you kind of like all spend your days until basically halfway through the second day, where you are kind of like some of you are hanging out on the deck. You do see the silhouette in the horizon of the Hishtara harbor as you begin to make your way back into Hishtara. As you kind of like finish your journey into the Edda Imperium. And as you land, make port in this harbor, a familiar sight to all of you.
Yeah.
As you kind of like step off the boat, there is the familiar face of Maximilian waiting for all of you. Hello, it's been a while.
Oh shit!
Hey.
It's been forever.
Howdy.
It's been a few days, yes. How was your journey to that mysterious land?
It happened.
Yeah, it was, it was good. It was bad, terrible, awesome. It was a lot of things.
Definitely memorable. Definitely memorable.
The Edda Imperium has, he says Edda Imperium very, very, very softly, almost so that only you can has expressed their elation for your services to our mistress, Miss Claudia, Lady Claudia. And she, of course, is very, very proud of your performance. If you please follow me, she's asked us for a meeting, which is, of course, natural. You've only just arrived from a commission done on her name.
Of course, yeah.
You
Perfect.
were apparently you were worthy ambassadors of the lady, which, of course, is something to be very satisfied about. And you kind of like get into a cart. It's kind of like coming back to you. You've been many days away. It's been a grand total of 14 days, 2 weeks. You've been out in the Edda Imperium. Well, no, more than that actually, because you were 3 days in the Underdark. Then you spent 4 days doing Damien stuff, so that's 7 days. And it was 5 days to get there and 5 days to get back. So, no, sorry, 6 days to get there and 5 to get back. So it was 11 days of travel, plus you were in the Edda Imperium a week. So you were 13, right? 6 days of travel, plus
Like
you
18
was-
days. Almost half a month, or a little over half a month.
You were 18 days, 18 days in the Edda Imperium.
God,
18,
this felt like 6 months to me.
18, you were 18 days in the Edda Imperium, almost a month in the Edda Imperium.
Yeah.
Felt like 6 months. Yeah.
I mean, it didn't feel like 6 months. It was literally 6 months of the campaign we were in the Edda Imperium.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
Yes.
my god. Finally, we're out there.
You kind of like go back and the familiar sights of the Astanan Republic, Hishtara, the beautiful city of Hishtara, the beautiful sights. I mean, the Edda Imperium is beautiful in its own way, but the magnificence of the Hishtara capital is something that, well, has its own charm in a way. And so you are led back to a familiar place,
Oh shit.
the Everrail Central Station, which is where you know Lady Claudia keeps her offices.
Oh fuck.
And at that point, you know, you're led through the myriad corridors and intricacies and places where, well, things take place. And as you kind of like open the door to Lady Claudius's office, she looks at you. Ah, gentlemen, welcome.
Hey. Long time no see.
Long time, yes. First and foremost, allow me to convey you my deepest thanks for your fruitful services in the Edda Imperium. It has been a very fruitful exchange. As in payment of that, I have agreed to reward you with a little bit of a bonus. I have been informed of all of the events that have taken place within the Edda Imperium. That includes you coming across a wondrous relic of the past, which is phenomenal news for future avenues of exchange with an otherwise very closed-off nations. And I'm very happy you managed to accomplish such a feat. I think that our nation's collaboration will be fruitful for years to come. And in that regard,
Jesus, okay.
you wanted to say something, Master Ishka?
I didn't realize our discovery meant that much to the relations.
Weren't you made kin? Weren't you explain?
Well, yeah, we
kin?
were made kin. I figured us discovering the Dimensional Fortress was pretty big. I just didn't realize it was that big.
Yes, that is a discovery that should propel the Edda Imperium's technological prowess even further forward.
They gave you the locations of the ones in the Aston Republic, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Just double check.
That is being researched as we speak, and she says so with a giant smile on her face. Of course. Such information is of, indeed, national security.
Right.
And Pathfinder caravans are being organized and investigating those places as we speak.
Well then, that is exciting. What about our neighbors? The
situation in Gladria has indeed progressed apace. We're continuing research in regards to the particulars you found in our Ravensburg raid. Let's call it that way.
Mm.
The information you've provided has proved incredibly enlightening in regards to that. We should be hearing from our Gladrian contacts soon enough. However, and in regards to that, whilst you were away, and in relation to the events that transpired in the Edda Imperium, there has been many decisions that were taken. Many steps have been now taken towards, well, let's call it the next step of our endeavor to finally clamp down on, well, the hand of the matriarch, which I'm sure is a topic that is mostly keen to your own personal interests.
Yes, absolutely.
And you see her basically pulling out a bag, putting it on the table, and she pulls another bag and puts it on the table. Maximilian, please, if you would hand the gentleman their due payment before we continue forward. She kind of like nods towards you. Maximilian, yes, my lady. He takes the two bags and hands it to Ivan. And she looks at you. Inside, you will find 20,000 gold pieces, double your habitual fee, in thanks of your exceptional achievements.
Yes.
I know it is nowhere near enough. The value of your contributions is indeed beyond that measure, by all means. But I was also informed by our EDA contacts that you also have been dutifully rewarded by them as well, which
Yes.
is only just, if you ask. However, for the next step, we require a different conversation.
Oh.
So I have a proposition for you, gentlemen.
Okay.
Alrighty.
How would you like to be part of a very special independent task force?
Oh.
Are we not already one?
No.
No,
So
officially
we are
not.
an adventure group. That's what we are.
I mean, we're pretty
You
special.
happen to be independent adventurers that were officially hired to provide succor in a time where forces are being displayed on the front lines due to the Gladrian crisis. What I'm asking now is wholeheartedly different.
We are going to be part of the guild. I mean,
No. I would
No.
very much like to keep you away from it.
so we're gonna
You
answer
would
to you
be-
again.
You would be members of an independent task force
Yep.
with the sole objective of hunting down and destroying the Hand of the Matriarch.
Those are
Okay.
I want your revenge.
During your foray into the Edda Imperium, we have agreed, the 5 nations have agreed, to form specific task forces throughout our territories. The threat of the Hands of the Matriarch has gone under the table for long enough. We intend to keep their existence and identities still a secret from the wider public, but that doesn't mean we're not willing to take significant steps to destroy them. As for this particular task force, and without any agreements in place, all I can tell you is you will be provided with the resources necessary and the intelligence required for you to find and hunt down their members.
Alrighty.
Any
Well, of course.
caveats towards us? Like
What type of caveats are you thinking about, Master
rules we
Ishkan?
have to follow, things we can't do?
You are an independent task force. The objective of you staying independent is to keep your strong points about you.
Okay.
When you agree to, you agree to this particular arrangement, we will of course submit a different contract in ways you are already familiar with. However, once that has been taken place, you will be informed of further developments. But in regards to your caveats, you will remain independent. You are not under the jurisdiction of the guild or the Astanan Senate or any other authority, political or military.
So we can do whatever basically we desire.
You will not serve. You will execute the reasoning or the nature of your mission to the best of your ability, and you will act upon the intelligence we provide with the sole purpose of hunting down the Hands of the Matriarch.
Okay.
That's it.
Let's say if there's ever any guild red tape we have to cut through, would we be able to cut through it without any problems?
There wouldn't be any guild tape, at least not from, our end.
Okay.
The Estonian Republic. But if there ever is some red tape, whoever was responsible of placing it will have incurred in my personal disagreement. Let's
Okay.
put it that way.
If we're getting into this independent, what do you call it, task force, can we get like our own transport?
Mr. Dos Santos, you are to agree or disagree with our proposal? Any other
No,
further details will be provided?
I agree with you. I will, because
At least we should probably.
The agreement process is between you, and I will not presume of you making a decision rash. After all, you're about to risk your lives even more. You have had encounters with these individuals, and you would know how dangerous they are. So I am not expecting you to come to a decision right away. However, all that I am saying is that in regards to logistics and other aspects, you will be informed of such if you accept. But rest assured, you will be provided with whatever logistical arrangements are necessary for you to be able to carry out your mission in the best and most efficient possible manner.
How long we need to accept or like to give?
At the time, I would very much appreciate an early decision. But if you need time, all you need to do is tell me.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm willing to accept.
Same here. I would not have a problem.
Yeah.
It might help with both my other situation about heading to Den Heights.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Ace, you still want to kill Baron?
What was that?
You still want to kill Baron?
Of course. I mean, that is the, you know, number one end goal for me.
And he's still part of the Handsome Matriarch, so I take it you also accept?
Let's see here. What kind of restrictions does this impose on me, being part of this group?
As far as restrictions go, Mr. Griffin, well, you will, to the best of your ability, still have to obey the law. So no stealing, murdering, or anything of that sort. It honestly will not be much different than your current arrangement. It's just that now you will be a dedicated task force towards an exclusive, unique goal.
Okay. And we answer to you, right? Is that what I presume?
Yes, you will answer to me. I have also been designated as the head of the task force within the Astaran Republic, if that is what you're asking.
I see.
There are also heads of said task force in different territories, and should you be deployed to them, you will have to answer to them.
Okay. I mean, wait, what did Argus and Lawrence say that they're choosing?
I'm agreeing.
I'm agreeing.
You're in agreement?
Yeah. It helps us get closer to stopping the hand of the matriarch. I'm ready.
In my
Devon?
case, it's helpful to the matriarch and also, well, situation of getting to Den Heights.
There's gonna be a lot of fighting, right?
Yes, it's gonna be a lot of fighting.
Yes, Damien, there will be fighting.
Definitely.
You have been employed for that very reason.
I'm down. I'm down, just for because of that.
Hey, one track mindset, that's his strength.
I don't like this, but I'm willing to go with this for now.
Actually, I need to make this very clear. There is no optional stepping down from this.
There is no optional stepping down? There's no end of the contract?
Yes, once the hand of the matriarch has been eliminated.
Once they're dead.
And how do we define that?
When they're all dead.
When they're all dead. Okay.
What do you mean how you define dead?
Wait, this don't.
Are you aware of the scale of the Hand of the Matriarch? Or at least the whole Matriarch's organization as a whole?
Yes, we are very much aware of the scale of the hands of the matriarch. That's why we're building a task force to deal with it.
Okay.
Well, yeah, wait, didn't every nation have like their own task force too?
Yes.
So for at least a few years into the future, I have to answer to you.
If you put it that way, No, you don't have to answer to me. I don't tell you when to go to the bathroom, when to eat, when to sleep, and what to do. I just tell you what needs done.
She
And
gives
I
us the
provide
information and the support we need to get there. And
exactly.
It's honestly not going to be any different, really. Just
Well,
just get some help.
remember when we were at Raven's Perch, how we had
What we're doing
to
right now.
we had to cut through so much guild bullshit just to get the information and figure out what was going on.
True.
That won't be a problem anymore.
Of course not.
True, that won't be a problem anymore. I just like the freedom of being independent.
We are going to still be independent.
It is called the Independent Task Force, if I am honest, Master Ethan.
Yeah,
No
so
one is entirely independent unless you're living in the wild.
we do get to Nosferatu by whatever means necessary to us. We can enter.
Damn, Ethan got that fucking hand of truth put on him.
It's the reason why we're not really. It's the reason why we're not necessarily attached to the guild, but we're more supported by the guild.
Yeah.
Okay.
Supported by the Astanan Republic, not just the Astanan Guild.
Right, right.
All right.
And not just
How about
the Astanan
I make
Republic.
one more
If you,
condition?
What?
How about I make one condition for this offer? If once Nosferatu is dead, I have the freedom to leave this.
afraid that is non-negotiable, Master Ethan. Every member of the Hand of the Matriarch needs to die.
You're talking about
Not-
the hand that's affecting you, the 5 members, Nosferatu and, the other 4?
As for the purposes of this independent task force, the Astanan Republic's independent task force, yes, the Hand of the Matriarch that has been operating within the Astanan Republic.
Oh, okay. If you put it down to that much, okay, I'm fine with that. The way that you made it sound before, I thought every single hand had to go down before we're allowed,
Well, the other task forces are being constructed as we speak, and they have their respective missions to eliminate the respective hands of the matriarch operating within their territories. Sometimes that implies you will probably meet other hands of the matriarchs, other members of other hands, and you are as obliged with those to eliminate them as you are with ours. However, as for the limitations of this particular agreement, you are beholden to it as long as the Hand of the Matriarch that operates within the Astanan Republic exists. Is that clear?
Okay, that is clear. And will this contract be a magical contract where, I guess if we break the rules,
It would be the usual. And she basically pulls a sheet of paper that she places on the table. If you mind approaching, gentlemen.
All right.
Yeah.
You see her basically grab a pen, and her eyes flare for like a second, and then she lets go of the pen, and the pen begins to write. Essentially, in contract tongue, I'm not about to essentially read your fucking contract because I work with that shit all fucking day. But she basically writes a contract stating the very same things you guys agreed on. You are beholden to a contract. And you will carry out the contract statement, which is to eliminate the Hand of the Matriarch that operates within the Astanan Republic to the best of your abilities. Should you actually and voluntarily avoid said duty, you will pay with your life.
Okay.
You agree to pay with your lives. Should you fail to uphold said duty. And basically, she writes down all the conditions. She also kind of like compromises herself and the Astanan Republic to provide you with the resources necessary to carry out this duty but basically to the best of their abilities as well. For the purposes of the execution of this contract, you will be provided with the payment and logistics necessary. That's what the contract states. And at the end, you see basically she kind of like displays another sheet with all of your kind of like signatures. Like she's with like your names and last names, including hers. And she basically, you see that she now takes out a different pen. And she literally perks her index finger with it. As a trickle of blood goes from it. She literally writes her name in blood. gentlemen, one by one, please.
I go first.
Okay, so Divan, you go first. Can I extend your hand? She pricks your finger. You take 1 point of damage, and she pricks your middle finger. She writes. Basically, she kind of like underlines the name that was already written with that blood, and she hands you the pen. If you would mind signing here, please.
I sign my last name.
Okay, you're bound to like put your signature in. And she does that with each and every one. Once the thing is done, she basically takes the 2 sheets, she brings them together, and you see that as she brings them together and she basically binds the 2 with a seal that is red. She didn't take out her blood or stuff like that, but you kind of like make a perception check.
Okay.
Perception check. Let's see how blind Divan is.
20. Damn.
I'm on. Oh wait.
8.
24.
26.
24.
Perception, right?
Yes.
Yep.
How blind you are?
Yeah. 18.
So everybody except Lawrence, you kind of like take a look at this particular seal, which is, you know, depicting the Astana Republic's crest, but the smell, it literally smells just like blood, like a bit of like burnt blood even.
Yeah.
It looks perfectly normal. It looks like a normal kind of like seal you would place on a letter or something like that. But the smell, it smells like burnt blood. As she places the seal, the sheets of the contract fold themselves into like a tidy kind of like how you would fold a letter, basically. She takes that, and you see her bringing her for like to the table where she opens a drawer and she puts it there and she closes it. Okay. With that done, Maximilian, and you see Maximilian coming in again. Yes, my lady. Escort the gentleman.
Oh, wait. Questions. Can we get our own personal airship? And if we ever required it, can we get an area shelled?
Go.
How much like I just want to know the scope, right?
What?
Okay, let's start with the first one. Is it possible for us to get our own personal airship?
Escort the gentleman. Everything will be made clear to you upon your arrival. Escort the gentleman, please.
All right.
Maximilian looks at all of you. Please follow me.
Wait,
It's like
I
when
literally just-
Argus
wait, I
ascended,
literally
he got younger. He literally got younger mentally too. It's like, can I get a name?
Hey Ronan, I just lagged. What happened? Like I didn't hear any of that.
Oh yeah, Argus was asking for an airship.
Argus was just asking questions.
Question time.
What were you saying? Area what?
Like an aerial bombardment, you know, from like
An aerial.
a bombardment.
We're
we
gonna
need
take-
somewhere shelled glass.
We're gonna take a break at this particular moment. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
All right.
Okay, gonna go drink some water, BRP.
Oh,
Okay.
hey Judas,
Yeah.
you're like, so we only have to wait. The contract. If we do anything else, we're gonna get executed. Was that
No.
No,
We're
It
gonna
was
keep
basically go. We pursue the matriarchs, the head of the matriarchs, to the best of our ability, to the best of our ability, and try to kill them. And if we voluntarily decide not to do so, we get killed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I did hear
And
that
we
right then.
die either way, right? If you fail to kill a hand of the matriarch, it's probably because they killed you, or you joined their side, and then you die.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
basically, if we decide
I mean,
not
if we're
to,
gonna join them, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have some way to like cancel some little,
you're
Claudia
gonna
contract.
you're gonna still join
I mean, it's
them.
the hand.
Wait,
it's
what
the hand.
was that? What was that Claudia contract? Was it like a Death Note thing?
That's
Kind-
devil shit,
um,
dude.
It was I don't like that contract.
I don't know. That was like some Death Note
That's,
shit. If you do
it's
anything
devil
else, it'll
shit.
kill
It's
you.
literally devil shit.
Ethan hates that contract. I can.
Claudia could
That,
be
that
devil,
feels like
guys.
some Death Note shit. I don't know why.
It's not
That's
Death Note shit.
shit.
It's just
The only reason Ethan is going along with this contract is because the rest of the group is doing so, and she
Yeah,
doesn't want to
no
split
red
up.
tape. Literally get to fucking chase down the hand of the matriarchs. Fuck.
I mean,
yeah.
we're gonna do that either way.
Yeah, but now we have literally the full support of the Aston Republic.
Mm.
Yep, and we take the full punishment of not doing so too.
I mean,
Hey, I
Either
only
way.
signed for it. I
Let's
only
say
signed for it,
one
fucking
day
fight.
somebody like Lawrence, right, decides that okay, I think maybe doing this was the wrong thing. I wanna go back, open up a shop, retire. Right? He voluntarily doesn't want to go after the matriarchs anymore. He dies. He died.
should have thought about
Okay.
that. That's his
Counter-
problem.
Why the fuck would Lawrence ever be like, there's a bunch of people just like genociding and doing evil shit and also
Because
tossing
Lawrence's goal, I can't speak for Lawrence, right? But I can't really speak for him. But as far as I know, his end goal is to like, open up a shop, live a
Retire.
nice, calm life, settle down.
Retire. Living
Go in the
the
Go
sun.
in
Wait,
the
how do you,
like
wait,
the
how do you know what
end.
Lawrence's goal is?
because he told us.
Really?
Yeah, he did say.
How-
Wait, what's my goal?
Who in the sweet shit would both actively know that the end of the world is actively approaching them, and then say, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'll open up a shop whilst the end of the world is happening, and then be like, oh my god, who could have predicted this?
I mean, it's like, how do I put it?
Put it in your brain.
Are you kidding me?
Alright, Judas. Oh yeah, Judas. You know the end of the world is gonna happen in like a week, and you have the power to.
No.
Are you gonna stop it, or are you gonna go open up a fucking
Okay.
shop?
All we have to
How
do
can
is
I be
kill
so
5
sure
people.
that I have the power to stop it though?
You
What if I'm
just-
just some?
You just fucking do. There is no fucking questioning it. You do. You can't.
Judas,
No,
Judas,
no,
Judas,
that's
Judas.
some metagaming bullshit.
All we have to do
What
is
do you
kill
mean
5 people.
metagaming?
okay?
I'm fucking.
All we have to
being
do is kill 5 people. It's not that hard.
Well, I
Huh?
mean, if you think about it, if helping kill the matriarchs requires opening a shop, you can do it.
I mean, technically,
Requires opening.
I guess you're right. Yeah, we can do the,
I am right. I'm always right.
Requires opening a shop.
No,
Bro,
no,
okay, so
no.
to kill
We
Nosferatu,
can have,
right?
you
have to
it-
behead him, right?
because
And then you're gonna open up this little restaurant.
no,
Put it on
because
display, and that's how we'll learn the other matriarchs.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
because
God.
this is like a long-term contract. We have like all our life basically to hunt them down. So
Yeah.
we basically
I don't
trying
like the fact that it's a long-term contract.
it's just like the Lawrence. I mean no, so Ethan just like I'm not thinking this thing. So peace out.
Yeah.
Well, then don't give up and don't die.
I know.
Jesus.
The only reason that I can't have Ethan not do this is because it'll basically have Ethan, leave the party.
Yeah,
And we
well,
can't have that because that means I don't get to play Ethan.
Wait. How do you know
fuck else
Ethan's gonna
was-
leave the
well,
party?
hold on. What the fuck else was anybody else in here going to do, really?
Wait, you can say what?
What the fuck else
Honestly-
was anybody here going to do anyway?
Honestly, okay. The only reason why I did it was because I want to fight. But to be fair, if Ethan said something along the lines of "I want to do my Eclipse Dynasty thing," I would have done that. I would have joined that instead.
And he doesn't have the resources to do that right now.
I
He has
would
to
have
get a
joined
lot
that
more
instead.
powerful for that.
Oh god, I started playing Mine Colonies. I started downloading Mine Colonies, and I fucking have.
Yeah, I heard they fucking work. I was
Yeah,
like, what the
Atreus,
fuck?
pick your fucking game next time.
Work,
Please.
work.
Landon. Hey, Landon died, right?
I know Landon died.
Oh!
I killed him with my
No.
own 2 hands.
Oh,
I
wait, you
remember-
killed him? You killed
I
him?
remember
Yes.
the thing we could have told Kairos was about what really happened in that village.
On crime.
What village? Oh, Kren? Yeah.
Yeah, we could have told him
Sure.
what really happened in Kren because she told us what really happened in Kren.
Yeah, but he's still gonna be like
Next
Probably would have
time.
been like, nah, how can I tell for sure that's exactly what happened?
Hey.
Nobody knows what happened there. So
Actually,
whatever
no,
the fuck is bullshit.
I mean, Lady
Oh,
Lady
okay.
Claudia would actually know. She would know because they were adventure survive out from that freaking encounter. So she would know.
Our character's gonna
Oh, I
one
meant to
shot
ask her if
squad.
she's religious. Oh my god.
It's Super Dino.
What?
You know what would be like the craziest plot twist ever? If Claudio was actually a member of the hand.
Fuck, she could.
She made us sign this contract too.
Bro, Claudia
Yeah,
is
exactly.
sussy as fuck. Okay.
Oh,
Blood
my
contracts?
I was like, what if she's a matriarch?
Yeah. That crossed my mind. If Claudio was like part of the hand and she made us sign a blood contract.
Blood contracts are very much a devil thing. Just remember, guys.
I don't know why. That just crossed my mind. Like, what if Claudio's actually?
Pretty sure
hand
Maximilian's a devil.
Yeah. Probably he
No,
is
but
the devil.
then
Constantly think of
Hmm.
Pegasus.
Maximilian Pegasus.
yeah. Yugi boy. Oh, there you go.
Yugi boy.
Boy.
Yugi boy.
Oh, Yugi boy.
Yugi boy.
Damn. We need to expand our membership, guys. We need to make the Mexicans huge. Who are
I
we
don't
gonna?
think Ronan would let us have that.
Nah, we can.
We're gonna have the Mexicans Grand Air Fleet. There
As a
we
DM,
go.
I don't think he'll allow his players to have that monumental amount of
Wait,
power just yet.
Who in like in Ronan's world is like
You
just
need
not
that
doing
monument
anything that we
power.
can invite to the Mexicans?
If we start expanding it,
Rocky.
just do you know what that
Rocky. Yeah, wait. Why didn't we invite Rocky?
We
He's
can
not doing
invite
anything.
Rocky to the Mexicans.
Yeah, he's not doing anything.
Nah, they'll give us some shit about like I've got a family and whatever the fuck.
Oh my god.
We'll take your
Actually,
family with us,
you know
Rocky.
what? You know what?
Invite his
You know
family.
what? Okay,
We'll take
okay. We're
I
gonna
will
write his
look
own
at it.
thing from the start, right? We're gonna kill off his family without him knowing that it's us, right? Give him a
Okay,
reason to like go out for vengeance, right? And we're gonna
Yeah,
construct this whole idea of this like person who killed them, and that we were trying to find this person to tie it to the matriarch, shit like that, right? And then he comes and joins us to take revenge.
Perfect.
Chaotic evil. Chaotic
Yeah.
That's not chaotic at all, right? That is very much neutral evil. We made all of that from beginning to
evil.
end.
What is the point of that?
Chaotic
Yes.
would be if we just like went on, murdered his family, and asked him to join us anyway, and he knows exactly what we did. That would be chaotic, because there's no order or anything in that.
Just because you're chaotic evil doesn't mean you can't have order.
I'm sorry.
Like just because you have the word chaotic in your fucking alignment doesn't mean you need to act accordingly.
I mean, there's still quite a chaotic part of the fact that you're murdering. There's still a chaotic part of the fact that you freaking murdered this guy's entire freaking
Well,
family.
no,
You're
it
for
just
him to
depends on the
join you.
reason why you're
No,
murdering
that's
family.
not how that works.
Yeah, it doesn't make you inherently chaotic evil just because you want to murder his family. It'd be chaotic
Exactly.
evil if you murdered his family just because, not because you wanted to get Rocky to join you or anything. You didn't care. You just wanted to murder his family. But
Okay,
it's
exactly.
more neutral evil to murder his family to try and get him to join us.
Yep, that's
Exactly.
Can we just murder people for fun? That's chaotic evil.
That's chaotic evil. Yeah, there you go. If you're just going around murdering people for the sake of murdering them, then yeah, that's chaotic.
That's murder.
There's
Hobo.
no, yeah.
That's murder.
There's no like actual, reasonable motive behind it. It's just kill for the sake of killing.
Yeah. And you get to fight all the stuff you want.
Either that or you're gonna get bodied, Red, which is the most likely outcome.
No, we need level 5, level 20 characters, 6 level 20 characters, and then we can do it.
But
6 level 20s, 10 mythic tiers,
Yep,
all
10
the
mythic
fucking
tiers.
artifacts
Yeah, 10
and relics
10
you
mythic
want.
tiers, and then all the artifacts and all the legendary weapons, and then like the best weapons ever. The most OP tier.
And at that point, you can kill everything.
God tier. God tier.
honestly, I'm pretty sure this campaign was kind of freaking in once we killed the matriarchs. Down the matriarchs, at least.
Not the hand. I think it's like once we kill the actual matriarchs.
Yeah.
All of
I feel
them?
like we'd be lucky if we killed one matriarch, to be honest.
Yeah.
All of them. Wait, how many matriarchs are there in Ronan's campaign?
Three.
Like,
There are 3.
All
I
three
mean,
of
like,
them
how
are
many
demigods of
hands?
Last
No, I meant like the hands.
Oh,
One
hands?
for
There's
every
one. There are 5 hands. Yeah. So 1 for each nation.
Oh, what the fuck? There's like 25 of them?
Yep. There. Yep. 25 fingers. We're responsible for 5.
Oh,
How many of us are there? There's like 6 of us, 8 of us.
6 of us. 5 of them.
You know,
Wow.
Because the hand that we're dealing with has Nosferatu. It has whoever the fuck was that lady with the silver armor.
Too easy, too easy.
wait,
we got
we
this,
only
guys.
know 2 of them, right?
And from what we learned, we had to kill Nosferatu how many times?
6
just to, like-
times?
Yeah, we just
too
killed 6.
easy.
No, 6 that we know of. 6 that we know of. He's
Oh,
got
true. Well,
plenty
no,
more.
Phrasma told us 6.
Yeah, 6 times.
No. She told us 6 that we know of, or at least Ronan said 6 that we know of.
Oh. Wait, friends.
wait,
though.
who are the
Oh
six
shit,
right
that's
now?
another thing.
Wait, who are the six?
The Doors is children that he like,
Those
kills
are
and
their
does his shit
souls.
with.
Yeah.
Where- I mean, not you anymore. Not
Well,
you
they were
anymore.
like clones,
Uh,
right? So
It's
they're
not
not-
Ethan or Ethan, because Ethan's his soul is with Ethan right now. As for the other children, yeah, I guess it's whoever he had before Ethan, and he had 10,000 years of children
Well,
making. so-
before,
Who knows?
before Ethan, and also
Hey,
probably like around Ferdinand as well, like before and after Ferdinand.
hey, Ethan, are you gonna be okay with killing your siblings?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, they're half siblings. It doesn't count. It's
I
cool.
already killed my brother.
Hey, he didn't kill his brother. His brother
It's all your
ended
fault,
up
Ethan.
teasing his soul with himself.
If only you were more powerful.
Actually,
If only I had.
what if there was a way for like Ethan to use Ethan's soul as like kind of how,
How
Nosferatu uses
Nosferatu?
his children's souls?
Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, it is shit. That'd be fucked up.
Just spare lives, right? Actually,
Yeah,
you know what?
that'd be-
Ethan should go on like a breeding spree. Honestly, just
A
just
breeding
children
spree.
to add.
What the fuck? You're not even
Jeez.
here.
Have
You
as many
started
children as
to
can,
get children.
devour all of them.
Hey, I'm gonna really
God damn. He's gonna have an Indian family. Just go on a breeding spree.
He will have a-
Bro, Indian? No, this is Genghis Khan, alright?
Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan.
Bro,
Are you
bro,
actually
if
gonna
you're
love all your
breedable,
sons?
dude, you're a concubine.
God damn. Imagine you have like 20 sons. Are you actually gonna love all 20 sons?
Bro, at 20? No, it's not
Or
about
half,
love.
half of them are gonna be orphans.
It's about immortality. It's about eternity, Red.
God damn. Like half of them are gonna be orphans.
They're all gonna get aborted at some
What?
age.
What?
Nice.
It's just that they don't get aborted before they're born. They're aborted like maybe 8 years, 20 years, after they're born, something like that. Once they're ripe. Once they're ripe.
You just become barren.
Exactly, the next Nosferatu. Who did it better? Nosferatu. Got that.
Okay, I'm still gonna be the key of Gehenna, right?
Yeah, exactly. The
Yeah.
first key of Gehenna.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Oh wait, can we come up with a name for like Devon?
Devon? I mean, I already devised the name for the second key, and Devon does not work for me.
Wait, like what is a remember? Like what would they be in like the eclipse? For a remember.
Back.
I mean, either Lawrence or Uthark would probably take. Actually, probably Lawrence would take the second key of Logos or Ego.
Good luck with that.
So that'd be no. Of course, he's not gonna take it because this is Arad asking me if they were a part of it. But if I had the choice, Lawrence would not be part of it. So-
Yeah. Lawrence, wait, you wouldn't make Lawrence part of it?
No, dude, let him be free, dude. Let him do his fucking
Okay,
like
wait, then
little
who,
shop
who
thing.
are you? Who are you gonna take then?
Huh? I don't know.
Your nation with nobody?
It's gonna take your mom.
He's gonna take
Yeah.
you. Oh, what the fuck?
God damn it.
Bring her back from the dead just to take her.
God damn. I thought we were beyond this joke.
Sorry, it fit, and I saw the opportunity.
You took it.
I had to get out of my
Just
system.
gonna head explode right now.
How could you think so low, future? God damn, not even I would go for something like that. What are you doing?
I could go lower right now. I'm just not gonna. Okay.
Your mom did last time.
His head is exploding right now from all of your mom jokes.
Floating from having to do with you guys and messages.
Yes, the answer is yes.
There's no, my head's gonna explode. My head's already exploding.
Yeah. If I were to make a comparison, right, the keys are something like the Tsaritsa's harbingers, you know?
Okay, then who's gonna be your harbingers? Because you only have one. The one harbinger. Yeah.
Yeah, one harbinger. We have our Piero, who's gonna be Aldatore.
Oh, by the way,
Mm.
just say Capitano is the strongest. He's number one.
Nah, he's not number one.
He is number one. I saw.
They
the-
literally confirmed in the the leaks were probably bullshit.
No,
The
he's
leaks
number
were
one. It's a
probably
confirmed
bullshit.
leak.
Bro, I'm telling you, it is most likely bullshit. Cause literally in the travail or whatever the fuck in the trailer, they showed that Piero is number one. If you look at the description of the fucking video, MiHoYo themselves, Hoyoverse themselves says that Piero is number one.
Piero. No,
Dottore is
in the
number
leak-
two.
In the leak, they said Piero is like beyond the Harbinger.
The reader or some shit like that. Yeah, I know. I've read the leaks, but they're bullshit.
Yeah, they're bullshit.
They're bullshit.
I can assure you. They literally said like, you know, in the description of the Harbingers like bullshitry, right? That Piero's number one, Dottore is number two. Was it Colombina's number three? And when they introduced them, they introduced them using those numbers.
Wait, then where would Capitano go?
They introduced him as number four.
Number 4 is Arlecchino.
Yeah, Varka literally said he's the fourth of the Harbingers. In his letter. Did you forget Mika's letter? The Varka's letter that Mika read out? They literally said El Capitano, fourth of the Fatui Harbingers.
Wait, really?
Yes!
Oh, I skipped that then.
Bro, the leakers are fucking dumb as hell. I'm telling you, this is bullshit.
The leakers are dumb as hell. But what if they're right?
Why did they change it?
They can't be right because Hoyoverse themselves have said what it is. It's like, that's
what
not how
if
that works.
Wait, what if Hoyoverse just suddenly bullshit change it?
Nah,
They
they,
just
they
changed
won't.
What if
They- I've seen Honkai's story. They're not gonna do some bullshit with
I've seen
Genshin.
Honkai.
Yeah, dude, if Honkai's story was as good as it is, they're not gonna fuck up Genshin. They're not gonna fuck up Genshin.
Judas. Call of Duty Black Ops is a game that existed. Specifically, Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4. Oh wait, Black Ops 4 didn't have a fucking story.
It was yes.
Uh,
Shooter, yes. Story, maybe. That's what it is.
The first two were grand. What the fuck was the last one though?
I saw the
thankfully,
leak shred and they said that the 10th spot is empty.
thankfully, they freaking finished the entirety of freaking Black
Okay, well,
Zombies.
Okay,
At least they
whatever.
finished
In any
zombies.
case, they did say that Capitano is the strongest individual, or
Yeah,
strongest
he's the
individual.
strongest
Okay,
human.
that.
Or he's the strongest non gods, non bullshit, character.
That
Yeah,
is
that's
divine.
what they said.
That's the one.
That is divine.
Because Nahida herself said the top three are basically deities. They're basically deity level, right? They're basically Archon level. Plus not Archon, she said God level. Plus the other ones are 4 and below, which means Capitano and below, are all basically, how to put it, not God per se, but they're just below, beneath God. And Capitano is the peak of human. He's the peak of something that is not God. He's how to put it, greatest under heaven. There you go, greatest under heaven.
He's peak human, there you go. He's mega chat.
Exactly.
He's the chat is on chat.
I mean,
Wait, but this leak says it's reliable.
I mean, yeah, they can be as reliable as they fucking want to be. Hoyoverse is more reliable to me than a fucking leaker.
I mean,
I don't know. I trust the leakers more than Hoyoverse. Either way,
Well,
this,
you
this,
can-
this is what they say.
Yeah, I saw it. There it is. Capitano, Dottore, Colombina, Arlecchino, Pulcinella.
I'm sorry, I just cannot follow what the fuck autism you guys are speaking right now.
Autism.
Oh my god.
They're talking about the game that is called.
Senora, okay, we know Senora is number 8, right? We know
Genshin.
Pantalone is number 9 from the.
Dude,
what
that's
was
what
it?
I'm
We know
saying. I can't follow autism.
Tartaglia is number 11. We know that. Number 10, we think is either Arlecchino or Sandrone. What else?
They're
9,
saying-
Pulcinella,
they're
8,
saying-
La Senora.
What is it? They're saying, the Jester is like not on this list, even though he is like a harbinger.
Yeah, well, Hoyoverse said the Jester is number 1 of the Fatui Harbingers.
In this, they're saying, it goes the ranking as follows: Capitano is number 1, and then Dottore.
Hold on. Let me show you my proof.
My proof. That
In any
I'm
case,
right.
let me check the comments.
It's in the what was it called? A Winter Night's Lazzo.
If this is true, they really sent the top tier Harbinger, Capitano, and the top tier Serbi gods. And really strong then. They
I
didn't.
mean, what-
Okay, wait. What if I control F something about Mika?
All I'm thinking is, what if the freaking numbers aren't referring to
Also, the
exactly-
artifact sets do mention Piero being number 1. Just so you know.
Nobody said anything about Mika.
Also, just question: are the numbers inherently like how powerful they are, or could they also be like how?
Yeah, they are ranked in power.
Yeah, they are ranked in power.
They are ranking power. Okay. Political power,
Political.
No,
or
power.
just pure destructive power. Got it.
Well, they're also political power because as you go up, you notice this. They have more and more political power. Like Piero has the most political power and the most power. Dottore has not the most political power, but also not the most power. He's second to
Even better.
Piero.
The 10th seat is
But-
empty for some unknown reason.
The 10th seat.
Yeah, the 10th
We know
seat.
the 10th seat is either Arlecchino or Sandrone. Actually, no, it's been confirmed. I think Arlecchino.
Like, you know, these nuts.
Piero is speculated to be first, but all mentions of the first is because he's called the first, as in first ever. Canonically called director of the Fatui.
He's the director and the first of the Fatui Harbinger.
Speculated to be fourth only because of the remaining seats. Capitano over Arlecchino. In terms of strength, maybe first. The Torre is 100% confirmed. Colombina is 100% confirmed. Arlecchino speculated 10th because of remaining seats. Capitano over Arlecchino in terms of strength, maybe fourth. Pantalone, Scaramouche, Sandrone, Senora, Pantalone. 10th, assuming Mihoyo's speculation is true, empty.
This is
Tartaglia
some
at 11.
stupid ass bullshit right here. Piero's confirmed as first. Here. Piero, also known as the
You know,
by his code name, the Jester.
you
He's
know,
the
I told you
director and the
guys.
first of the Fatui Harbingers, as well as the very first member. Yeah, he's the first of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, as well as the first member. So,
You know
That
that I'm still streaming this, right? So all your bullshit, your thing.
yeah,
He's
we're on
been
some like
stream-
break shit. Who gives a fuck?
I know, but
Yeah, who gives a fuck? Wait,
Nobody gives a. Who's even watching?
He's
why are
watching
you
your
streaming during
mom.
the break? Damn.
because I cannot stop it. I need to
Damn,
understand.
and I considered subbing to your channel. Fuck, no, not anymore.
Alright, yeah, I'm not subbing
I'm
anymore.
fine.
Unsub.
Yeah,
Unsub.
don't sub. You don't even sub anything, so you only follow my channel, but that's it. I know because I see my thing.
Yeah. Dottore second, Colombina's third, El Capitano's fourth, Pulcinella is fifth, because that's already been confirmed too. Sixth is Scaramouche, but no longer, so it's empty right now. Seventh is Sandrone. Eighth is La Signora, but she's dead. Ninth is Pantalone. And then 10th is Arlecchino, and 11th is Tartaglia. So, for now, yeah, the only thing that is empty right now is the 6th place and the 8th place. Because, La Signora is dead, and Scaramouche, rewrote history.
Whatever, I don't even care. Whatever.
Leaker's dumb, bro.
Lucas Drum.
They're high on some weird ass fucking shrooms if they think that Piero all of a sudden is not the first of the Harbingers, and that all of a sudden Capitano went up 3 stages.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're still saying he's first, as in like he first joined it, like made it.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying he's both the first to join and first of the 11 Harbingers.
But as for like the 4th slot and 10th slot, I don't know. That can still be either.
Nah, right now the only empty slots are 6th and 8th.
Empty, yeah,
Bad,
6th
bad,
and 8th,
bad
yeah.
advice. Take note of this. Freaking quote it. Wait if the leaks come true. If they do, well, there you go. If they're
No,
not,
I
well, they
don't.
didn't.
Future, I don't care enough.
I don't
Then-
care.
then there
Then
you
what are you
go.
fighting it for? If you don't care.
Brother in Christ, what do you mean you need a shovel? You have a fucking shovel.
No, he has an excavator.
What I'm saying is, like, in 3 days, in 72 hours, I'm gonna forget about this anyway.
Damn, he just admitted that he's giving up.
Now that I think about it, this is all gonna be on stream, so this is all gonna be recorded.
Yep.
This is gonna be fine.
Wait, are we not muted right now?
Twitch VODs get wiped every 2 weeks.
Yeah, but the bots get wiped
Oh yeah,
out.
true, because it doesn't save them on
Not gonna
YouTube like
last
he
forever.
should, and we lost the fucking one where Argus went through his like surgery. So I tried to look back for that one.
Oh yeah, Checo, you don't save on YouTube? What are you doing? What are you
Dude,
doing?
I mean, I'm glad that one's gone, bro. That's my fucking torture.
The torture scene. There you go.
No, I wanted to find that one to prove a point because I remember clearly that he drank the younger Kraken wine to save the older one for later, and then
No,
you guys
he-
argued that he drank the
no,
older one.
He drank the older one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys argue that. I clearly remember that it was the younger one,
No,
and I wanted
my
to find that
friend-
as proof.
All I remember is that he drank Kraken wine, and that's about it. I could not care which fucking type of wine he drank. I'm too busy.
Honestly, I don't think I said anything. I don't think I care.
I'm the
about
only medic with 3 skill in medicine.
Wait, give me a second, Judas. Let me double check because I think I'm remembering like he looked the one that was older, saw that it wasn't that much.
Why the fuck?
Skip
why
that,
does it matter
went
which
for the
Kraken
R1.
wine he drank? Why does it matter?
Why does it matter?
Because the older one is better, dude. Like the older one is.
Here's a
I see.
The older one is just foggers, dude.
That's literally it. There's no other.
The trip that you get from the older one is way better than the younger one. That's all.
That's it.
Whatever.
There's no other reason. Hey Judas, why do you care which one he drank? Because I care.
Okay, so in other words, it doesn't matter.
Wait, I do
It doesn't
remember.
matter.
I
It's just
did.
that the older one has a better trip.
Wait, no.
Why the fuck have you stopped working?
Yes.
Well, that thing is
Wait,
lost
anyway,
time, so
anyway, I got so sidetracked. Wait, okay. So who else are the harbingers in your eclipse? I don't know why it's sidetracked to harbingers.
I mean, the others are probably gonna be some NPCs, I'm guessing.
Some NPCs. Wow.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
Why am I joining? Why am I joining?
I mean-
This is boring. Some
Because the campaign wasn't.
NPCs.
No, I don't want to force it on anybody who wasn't
God
within
damn
the
it.
campaign. They choose if they want to be part of it or not.
NPCs. That's so boring.
Yeah.
Bro, this man is denying us independence.
Mhm.
Right, do you want them to not have freedom and be forced into this shit? You want me to like just fucking
Why
shove
can't-
this
why
eclipse shit
can't
down their
Lawrence-
throat?
Yeah. Why can't Lawrence?
No,
open
he
his
can,
restaurant
Rad. He
in
can.
Eclipse?
I told you, Red. He can, but it's his choice.
Exactly. I mean, Devon can do Devon.
And from what it
things in
seems to
Eclipse,
be,
so-
I don't think Future wants to be part of it, so I'm not gonna force it on it.
No, me personally, honestly, I don't give it. I don't mind. But the things like Lawrence itself, like he would not do it.
There you go. There's your answer, Red.
You should be forcing that down.
Like if I made a character that like had you guys as childhood, or maybe I written his Lawrence backstory a bit different, then maybe he would have joined. But as how he's written and overall like how he's being played, yeah, he would not join.
So basically, what you're saying is he would have been different if you didn't give him traumatic backstory syndrome.
No, if I
Wait,
change.
no, he does have
no.
a traumatic backstory.
No, here's the
Yeah.
thing though. Most of his the most dramatic backstory that he remembers was his losing his arm, but it's a completely different way he lost his arm. So now he's like questioning like reality pretty much, like his own memories.
Man's not even snapped back to reality. Jesus Christ.
Snap
Okay.
back to reality.
Are we all back?
Yeah.
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 Okie dokie. So, you all follow Maximilian. Yeah, but literally had a burp come up as I was saying Maximilian.
Shit. The continuity changed. That's his new name. Put it in the notes.
You all follow good old Maximilian
Yes.
down a familiar.
Oh shit, are we going to fight?
Down a familiar set of hallways and such, and at some point, he kind of like stops you. All right, gentlemen, allow me to show you what the goods.
Oh.
And he
Whoa.
presses on the wall, and out of a wall that was just a metal wall, you see an elevator opening up. Step inside, please.
Oh,
Alrighty.
oh fuck.
You all step inside, and the elevator begins to basically just drop down. The elevator is just going down and down and down and down and down and down and down until it finally lands. And the doors kind of like opened up. It kind of like looks at you. So, as part of the task force, you've been meeting the rest of the members of the task force, mostly there for support, but you'll be meeting the other members of the task force as well as some logistical facilities that you will be most definitely be meeting in this regard. And he's walking you now down another set of corridors until you come to a giant opening underground. It's this, what looks to be giant hangar that is underground, as basically perched towards the back end of the hangar. You do see an airship as it's standing there. You do notice as well that there is kind of like water beneath it too. There's like a body of water that's beneath the airship that's hanging from a bunch of like suspenders and like mechanisms that keep it afloat, but she is holding above water level. And as Maximilian comes in, he kind of like, crew, will you please show your faces? And you see basically a group of people kind of like walk outside from like different stations and parts of this giant hangar that they have been what seems to be servicing. And from the back of the hangar, the person comes out. Ah, so the task force is here then. And he approaches you. Mexicans, right?
Yes.
Correct. And you would be?
My name is Christopher St. Marion. Pleasure to meet you all.
Pleasure Towers.
I like shakes each and every one of your hands. Do not worry about my last name. I'm only my sister's brother in theory. You see, she runs the family. I'm just delightful to be working on. And he basically said, yes. So, allow me to introduce you to the rest of the crew. Well, they are the crew. I'm just... Anyway, and you see kind of like a human in his early 50s perk up from a back of like what looks to be a bunch of consoles and stuff like that as he's reading something. Kind of like looks at all of you. Is again in his early 50s, but he's looking as if he hasn't slept in like 3 days. He's got a pair of glasses that don't sit properly on his face. His hair is not really in any way, shape, or form addressed in his face, in his head. He has like a unkept or poorly kept beard that has been probably hanging there for at least a couple months without any proper, attention. As he looks at you, yes, oh, the crew, or rather those would be, yes, this would be the hammer or the scalpel, depends. Anyway, this is Dr. Frankenstein. He is the chief engineer of, well, you'll see later. And you see kind of like Chris going, oh, by the way, just call me Chris. And basically he goes around and you see kind of like closer to the ship loading what looks to be square coffins made of metal. They look like a rectangular coffin, and she's kind of like taking it with like a crane, lifting them up and guiding it with what looks to be a remote control something, but it's attached to a wire to the crane. Oh yes, Master Durandal Ironjaw. And he turns back. Durandal, yeah, Durandal Ironjaw. And he looks back and says, just call me Derry. As you see him, he's a dwarf with brown beard, just typical dwarf looking. Has a huge pair of goggles perched on his forehead. He has, well, very little hair on his head. He's wearing just an overall. Like, you don't see him wearing anything else, just an overall. That's it. As he is guiding this rectangular coffin-looking thing into like what looks to be a place inside the airship. And Chris kind of like looks at him and is like, what would be your official? Yeah, I'll be chief gunner and second engineer. That'll be my official designation, whatever that fucking means. And he keeps doing his thing. Then he turns to you. Yes. As someone comes out of the airship and looks at the ruckus recently formed, and he looks at her in this particular case. Yes, that will be Samantha Neriden. As you see an orc woman coming out. She is a regular orc woman. She has this kind of like red hair, tightly affixed behind her head. As she looks, she's probably between 6 feet 5, so she's really tall for a lady. And she walks out. Please call me Sam. As she's basically passing by, as nothing in the world just happened, she continues to do whatever she needs to do. And then from behind Sam, two heads kind of like perk up on the airship. These are two human heads. One looks younger, the other one looks a bit older, but they look very similar, young folks. And it's like, yes, those would be Steve and Pete Hellion. They're brothers, and those would be your pilot and navigator. So they're kind of important. They're young, but very, very talented. Yes, who is missing? Nobody is missing. Well, nobody in a regular term of the word. Also, you would be most familiar with, and at that point you hear a voice, okay, Chris, I got this from here. Apologies for that. You caught us in a bit of a busy moment. I'm sure he told you, Dr. Frankenstein. I am the chief engineer of this operation, and well, we've just been assigned as part of your task force. You belong, correct?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, I figured that myself. You do know what this is all about, right?
We're gonna. I look at like Maximilian. How much do they know? Can we tell them everything? Or?
They are part of the task force.
Oh, okay,
yes.
yeah. We're gonna go kill the hand of the matriarch that works in the Aston Republic.
Yes, but it's not as easy as point and shoot, right?
Right, of course.
Of course. And for that purpose, you've told them, and Chris goes like, I haven't had the chance. Okay. So, for the purposes of that, you will be provided with a state-of-the-art, and he points out very dramatically, state-of-the-art airship. Now, this beauty over here may not look like much because she's literally disguised as as we gonna call it, emergency transportation vessel, something that very wealthy people have. But there's a reason to that, because you will be using a cover. It's not that you can go around on a completely new airship with military credentials and saying, well, you're here to blast the hand of the matrix. Otherwise, people would laugh at you. It's not that you go around saying you're back for asthma or something like that. I mean, that's insane. Anyway,
yes.
The ship you will be flying in, you are not going to pilot it, of course. And you see kind of like, at this point, some of the members of the crew kind of like join to where you are. And you see Durandal going like, right, flying them. All right. You're like, okay, easy. They're no. It's like, they need to get over it. They have like a banter back and forth. He's like, all right, yes, where was I? Oh, yeah, the ship. Yeah, the ship. Yeah, the ship is kind of special.
Yes.
You see, now I'm going to be completely honest with you. We're all part of the same task force, and we cannot speak any of this shit outside, otherwise we die. You signed the contract, right? They signed the contract, Chris, right? You're here, Dr. Stein. Of course they signed the contract. So, you see, that ship over there is basically Lady Claudia's attempt to get into the weapons industry, which is a very family hush-hush business. However, we've planned to introduce a bit of a wrench into those works, because so far you've seen big fucking airships and like super fucking gigantic and bombastic. I believe they call them battleclads, right?
Right.
Yep.
You've seen battleclads before?
We've been on one.
Oh, perfect. That seems to be part of the work. Great. So you've seen them all, right? Well, that little baby over there, she ain't much in looks. Oh boy, she has a bite. Are you familiar with like a velvet ant?
A what?
A velvet ant.
Oh yeah.
What is
Actually,
a
what Ethan
velvet
did-
ant? What is it? I mean, you seem too eager to like explain the class, please. What's a velvet ant? Come
Wait,
on.
do you mean like an actual velvet ant running or like some other ship in this
I
world?
mean, you knew, so please do explain the
From what I
class.
do understand, it's an ant with a really bad sting.
Well, it's not really an ant. So shut up and let me explain. So the velvet ant, it's not an ant. It's actually a type of wingless wasp. Now, the whole point of a velvet ant is that it's just like our, what's your name again? What's your name?
Ethan.
Okay,
Ethan.
so like Adam here explained to us, right? Just like Adam here explained us, the velvet ant, it's what was I? Oh yes, the velvet ant is like a very, like has a very powerful sting. Now this baby over here is like a velvet ant with wings, so like a wasp with, well, a wasp.
Like a wasp.
Yeah, kind of like a wasp. Imagine, what's the name of the wasp that haunts spiders? Dury, what's the name of the wasp that haunts spiders? You hear Dury? The fuck do I know? There's like, anyway, there's a wasp that haunts spiders, okay? You following me? Where was I? Yes, right, the wasp.
Isn't that called the tarantula hawk?
Oh, look at you knowing a bunch of things you shouldn't know. Anyway, the tarantula hawk. What's your name?
Oh, wait, my name? Damien.
All right, Adrian. All right, so like Adrian says, there is a tarantula hawk. There is a tarantula hawk. Yes. Any problems? Where was I? Oh yes, the tarantula hawk. A tarantula hawk. It's like a wasp that hunts spiders. Okay, so the spiders are big and the wasp is small, but the wasp kills the spiders. You following me?
Yeah, I think so far.
All right, so this baby is to a battleclad what a tarantula hawk is to a spider. A really small ship that can take down a big fucking battleclad. However, Miss Claudia, well, Lady Claudia has contracted us under the premise that we will build an all-round small class airship that is basically easier to produce, flown by less people, but as lethal as a battleclad, in order to be able not just to do what a tarantula hawk does, but also to be able to deliver groups of specialized units into particular places beyond the front line. So what would be this? This is basically an infiltration vehicle. So she wanted us to build an airship that at the same time can take down a battleclad that is an infiltration vehicle. You can imagine the size of the task.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a lot for some.
Exactly. What was your name?
I'm Argus.
All right, Gus. So,
Gus.
like Gus says, right, it's a big task. It's like a really big task.
Frig.
However, we've been working on this prototype for a while now, and it just so happens to need a crew to lead it into, let's call it field tests. So it was Lady Claudia's brilliant idea to use this newly formed anti-matriarchy, pan, whatever not, task force to basically equip the particular one in the Astanan Republic with this work of art. And so we have kind of like named the class of ship this will be. We've named it the Tarrasque. However, this one is not called Tarrasque. No, this one is, what was the name of the ship? And Carl like raises his head up, and you see Chris come in. Apologies, Dr. Stein is very enthusiastic about this whole project, especially now that we're about to put it into works. Do not judge him by appearances. I can assure you there is no finer engineer in the entire Astanan continent.
I would definitely like to learn from him, actually, in fact. Hopefully we can take our dad.
However, Dr. Stein is very right about one thing. The ship you will be deployed in is highly experimental. Do not worry, she flies well enough and she can submerge to a certain depth as well.
Submerge.
Wait, what?
Yes.
The whole ship?
Holy shit.
I mean, and he shows you literally how do you think we're deploying it.
Oh, but
Oh,
he shows you
right.
And she shows you the body of water that the ship is literally perched on top of.
Okay, fair
think
point.
we've-
Good point. Good point.
What do you think? We've built a tunnel all the way out to like the middle of nowhere just to bring the ship out?
I mean, maybe it just lands in the water. I didn't know it could submerge.
This one, I mean, it's nothing like a Edda Imperium submersible. I'm sorry, I'm speaking in foreign words. You actually do not have any idea what an Edda Imperium submersible is. And you see Dr. Stein coming back to himself. Yes, they have no idea. That's why you shut up and let me do the explain. So the Edda Imperium submersible. Imagine like a fish, right? Now imagine a big fish, right?
Big fish.
Yes, like a big fish, like Dury, what's the name? Dury, what's the name of those like big fish with like a blowhole in the back? It's like a whale, you idiot. Yes, a whale. Thank you. What's the whale type that can go really deep? It's like the sperm whale. Yes, the stern whale. Yes, so the stern whale can go really deep, right? So that's a submersible. It's like a thing that we built and it can go really deep. It's like man-made something, and it can go really deep, okay? You get that? You can imagine that, right?
You know, Dr. Stein, we've been in a submersible before from the Edda Imperium.
No shit, really?
Yeah.
Well, you should have said so sooner. I would have saved me so much time. Got them. All right, so since Gus is telling me, Gus, right? Yeah, Gus. Gus is telling me that you've been to like a submersible. I've seen a couple. I've never been to one, so I'm kind of envious. Anyway, where was I? Yes, no, that was before. No, that was the whale.
You read the whale part, yeah.
Yeah, the whale. So I have to skip all that out. So yeah, the ship's name.
Yeah.
Ship's name? Yeah, the ship's name. So we've named this one Stinger.
Stinger, okay.
We've named this one Stinger. It's the first prototype of the Tarrascan class.
Gotcha.
Do you know what a Tarrasque is?
Yes, we.
I mean, never seen one,
know?
but I
You know
know.
what a Tarrasque is? Please
Yes.
teach the class what a Tarrasque is. What was your name?
Who, me? Ethan?
No, not you. I know you're Adam. The other guy.
Divan?
Ah, Diva. Okay, so Diva here. That's a weird ass name. Anyways, Diva here.
Divan?
Yeah, the Diva over here is about to explain the class what a Tarrasque is. So explain the class what is a Tarrasque.
Okay, I will shut out and let you explain.
What?
Ah,
Diva, why don't you just gonna say what a Tarrasque is? We're waiting for you with bated breath. Please don't leave us hanging.
okay.
What is a Tarrasque?
Come on, Diva.
Exactly, Diva.
yeah, come on, Diva.
Mhm.
What's a Tarrasque?
Diva, Adrian is waiting.
I'm waiting.
I don't know
Okay,
what.
yeah, I will let you explain that.
What?
So we're waiting
No, he
for
asked
the-
you to explain.
No, you explain. He doesn't.
Anyway, Diva here is a bit slow, so I'll take it from here. Thank you for your intervention, Diva. Anyway, so a Tarask is like a giant rhinoceros thing. Well, it's not a rhinoceros, but it looks like one. Or at least. Anyway, it's a giant thing with 4 legs. However, it has one very peculiar quality. Do you happen to know what is the peculiar quality of a Tarask?
You
No? Okay. So, wait, you were gonna say
Nullified
something?
magic? I don't know.
What's your name?
Lawrence,
All right. So, what was it again?
it can regenerate.
No. Your name.
Oh, Lawrence.
All right. So Florence over here,
Wait, what?
it's,
You guys get it right this one.
it can regenerate. That is
It's
the,
his face, right? None of ours?
No, he
That
says
is-
Florence, right? What do you want
Oh,
to
Florence. Oh.
that is the main ability of a Tarask. It can actually regenerate. Very good, Florence. You look like a smart guy. Are you a smart guy? What's that in your arm? And he immediately just takes your arm. Ooh. Ooh. The craftsmanship is familiar. Who made this?
It's a long story.
No, it doesn't. Ida made this.
Well, she
Look
helped.
for it.
She fixed it pretty much.
Yeah, that's the craftsmanship all over this fucking beauty. Yes. And he kind of like taps really hard, like clink, 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 clink on your Magitek arm. Yes. Ida's craftsmanship is all over. Really talented. Wanted to recruit her for the task, but she's like, nope, don't want any of that shit. Anyway. But yes, very interesting. Also, we might have something like, Jury, do we have the thing? And Jury's like, what thing? He's like, the thing? It's like, old man, we have like 1 billion things. What thing? Forgive him. He's got like the mind of a. He's got like the brain of a bear on the inside, like the genius of an actual genius. So he gets a little bit crazy. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's like it would go right by you once you get over a bunch of pints. Anyway, what thing you were selling, old cunt? And he's like, the thing, the armor. He's like, oh, that thing. Give me a sec. And he looks at you. All right. Well, if you can, anyway, folks, just look over here. And he basically takes the remote control that he's using to load the ship with some weird stuff, puts it to a side. Kind of like, he kind of like, readies his hands. Okay, so where is it? Kind of like looks, he has a bunch of like, around his, what looks to be his workstation, he has a bunch of what looks to be remote controls that are connected by wires. So like wired controls to like a bunch of different things. And he kind of like looks at it, I should have put some fucking tags on the motherfuckers. Now I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Kind of like takes one. So, all right, let's take a look at that. Oh, so, gentlemen, please do take a look at this. He kind of like pushes a couple of buttons, and you see basically from the back of the airship, like a compartment kind of like opens up, and basically you see the compartment open up, like one of the cranes kind of like goes in, grabs something and pulls it out. And what you see before you, make an intelligence check. Or a knowledge engineering.
Okay, knowledge engineering. Here we go.
Intelligence 10. Oh wait, 11. My bad. I have a plus.
Please, for the love of God, 19.
Damn.
I got a 3.
Oh, all of you who got above a 10, so far the only one is Ethan.
I don't have engineers.
Future Front,
Yes.
Ethan. I got
No,
an 11.
eight-
I have a plus 2, not a plus 1.
Ethan. So, Ethan, you kind of see, and you immediately kind of like remember, it is a very similar Magitek armor to the one that you saw Divan's father, Marcus, use when you fought in Raven's Perch. The model is very similar. Like you kind of like stand back as he pulls it out, and place it on the middle of the hanger. To you, Lawrence, to your particular keen eye, you do recognize it is indeed a Maverick model, which is similar to the one that Marcus actually had, but it has some key modifications. It's a bit bulkier, because the thing you notice is that contrary to the original Maverick model, this particular version actually has its own power source instead of using the user's spinal fluid as fuel for the thing. It has its own thing. It's like, okay, so yes, as Dr. Stein was saying, off-built or rather modified to demonstrate the potential usages of Magitech armor in like a tactical way. I've actually want to field test this puppy over here. You see, this is the Maverick Mark III because it's based on a Mark II Maverick model. Right? Are you familiar with? Well, probably you're not. The Maverick is like a super hush thing.
We actually were a bit familiarized. Divan's father here.
Fuck me upside down. No wonder you have been hired as the brawn of this operation. Well, the muscle, but the brawn of this operation. You've been places. Good. Are you a part of like Field Special Forces or something?
No, we're part of the
Just
Mexicans.
an independent adventurers group. You know,
Part of
so,
what? You're part of the Mexicans.
Yeah, you should have heard of this.
we are
I
the
am
Mexicans.
sorry. I am deeply sorry. Don't want to intrude in places I should not. But you're part of what? Tamales now?
No.
The thing I know about Mexicans is that Mexicans I like it myself. It's like a delicious dish made from tamales and other things, right?
Yes.
It is a good dish. I would agree. Yeah.
It is a good dish. They make delicious ones on Raven's Perch. Really good Mexicans.
Fuck, did we have a Mexican on Raven's Perch? I don't remember. I think we did,
Yeah, we
right?
did.
We did.
We did.
Yeah. I think Senhartan has them beat, to be honest.
That's like personal opinion. I've never been to San Hartan myself, but I'm sure they're better. Anyway, so yeah, this baby over here is to demonstrate tactical use of Magitech armor in a more constrained environment. So yeah, that's the thing the doctor wanted to show you. Doctor, you can carry on. He's like, doctor goes like, yes. Where was I? Yes. Where was I? Okay, so among other things, armor, right? Right. Where was I?
Regenerative.
Yes, Tarak. Very big, very scary, very self-regenerative. However, another thing Tarasks are is very fucking extinct.
Right.
Like, none of them. So, we kind of like had to procure particular means. And so, for all of you of the magical persuasion, one thing we'll notice is that this ship is, well, very magical. Well, all ships are. All ships are very magical. That's how they fly, among other things. But anyway, yeah, we're not inserted in hierarchy anyway. So, however, this particular vessel, where was I? Yes, the Tarask. This particular vessel emulates the Tarask capabilities of self-regeneration. Because you see, if you want to get into like the Tarask skin market, that shit's a Gladia, that's number one. And number two, that shit's expensive. Like, expensive. Which is, well, things we don't get into. But, and it's a big one, we managed to develop a special alloy that kind of got me in trouble, but it also mimics the regenerative properties of the Tarask. In that regard, where was I? Yes.
Regenerative.
Yes. So, in that regard, the Tarask, Where was I? Yes, the Tarrasque. So,
The special
this
alloy.
thing is a special alloy that mimics the qualities of the Tarrasque. Thank you, Arthur.
Yeah, right.
And so basically, what was your name, Arthur or Gus? Anyway, thank you. I'm gonna call
It was
you.
Gus, yeah.
It was Gus. My
It was-
bad.
Argus, but it's okay.
Oh, Gus. My bad. So it's like, let me see if I remember your name. So you're Gus. The one with the Magitech is Florence. You will be Adam, and then you have Adrian. And am I missing somebody? Oh, yes,
Diva.
you have Diva. We have.
No. Hey, I'm Diva. He's Adrian.
What the fuck?
No, you're not Diva. You're Adrian.
Don't
It's
insult
like-
the intelligence of Frankenstein.
Exactly. It's like I am Dr. Frankenstein. I'm very smart. Don't look like it. I look like a total cook. I know that. Don't worry. But I'm actually really smart. You see, I came up with this alloy. Problem is, well, that kind of got me into trouble with the authorities because, you know, to come up with this alloy, I had to use a lot of necromancy. And people can be a bit iffy when it comes to that. Luckily, Lady Claudia saw the particular applications of my necromantic work. And, well, I escaped the noose in a way. But I decided to basically give her my services in exchange for a hefty payment in gold and my life. But that's besides the case.
You're
I
alive?
do. My life, Gus. My life. Yes, Diva, what? Do you want to say something?
Oh, look.
You wanted to say something?
I guess you're gonna help Lady Claudia for your whole life, right?
I mean, it's not that I have a lot of life left. Person of my particular persuasions exposing to gases and fumes of all types. And, well, to be perfectly honest, I know a couple of life-extending formulae, but for that I will require babies. And she made very clear the fact that babies are off the picture, especially if they happen to be alive. So, which is a big technicality, but hey, she's my boss.
What can you do?
Exactly. It's like babies, right? It's like
Oh,
you know,
Hopefully you
What do they
stay
even
alive.
use for, man? What do they even do?
they sprout like potatoes, am I right? It's like they sprout
Exactly,
there's
right?
like a bunch of them. It's like we can take a bunch. But no,
Exactly,
it's, like,
right? Yeah.
it's like we have to be ethical about it. So we cannot use babies. We cannot use babies to, like, you know, extend the life of old folk like myself because, I mean...
Exactly. What has the
that's-
baby achieved, dude? Look at all the old people and what they've done. Like, come on.
I mean, theoretically, we all come from babies, but the statistical likelihood of one of them being as genius as I am is extremely low. So, as a value proposition, keeping me alive is actually more important than keeping most babies alive. Anyway, I am glad you agree with me, Adam. Thank you. I do appreciate your point of view. However, if I were you, I would keep it hush hush. You know, there's people out around that, you know, don't look at that, you know, too kindly, especially of the paladinic persuasion. The godfuckers have a stick so far up their ass they confuse their fucking tongues with their intestines every time they talk. Anyway, where was I? Yes, the alloy. So I built this alloy, right? I built this alloy, and then it's like, and then I built the ship, and the ship is the Stinger.
Right.
And
So the ship
and-
regenerates?
No, not the ship regenerates. I mean, no, the ship doesn't regenerate. It's just that if it gets a hole in the hull, it will eventually be able to regenerate with a little bit of help. So you don't have to replace sections of it when it gets, well, damaged.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice.
Okay, so this is the part of where the class you ask questions.
Yeah. What's the stinger part of this? Like, what makes it so deadly?
Yes, so the Stinger part of it. So this tactical deployment vehicle, as Lady Claudia loves to say, actually has something that is very, 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 very unique. And that is, it's the only ship of its size capable of handling an arc light cannon.
Oh, I don't know what that is. What is what is an Arclight cannon?
Are you familiar with the spell disintegration?
Yes.
Well, that's an arc light cannon. It shoots disintegration
Oh shit. Okay.
on like a big scale, like big enough to cripple an ironclad or a battleclad. An ironclad is like a different thing. A battleclad.
Jesus.
You have to be precise because battleclads are big, but an experienced pilot, much like our friends, they look young, but trust me, they know what they're doing. An experienced pilot with the help of what the fuck? Who's coming in and out of the chat?
You're just trying to fix his audio.
And why am I hearing Rad typing?
I'm not typing.
What are you doing then?
I'm moving my laptop around.
Yeah, dude, but like move it and leave it there for like a second. I'm constantly hearing you the shuffle. So, sorry, what was I?
The Arclight cannon and the experience of your
Arclight.
pilots.
Arc light cannon. Yeah, the experience of our pilots. And, oh yes, arc light cannon shoots not disintegration. That's a gross way of speaking, but it's similar. It doesn't shoot disintegration because, you know, otherwise you would call it a disintegration cannon. And we still haven't found a way to, well, make one without having someone cast a spell from behind. But an arc light cannon is actually very destructive, and you're able to cripple a battleclad if you know where to shoot it. Gladly or luckily, we have a pilot and a navigator that are very capable, and we also have the help of aspirin. And you see, Duri from the other cycle, it's called aspirin, you mucker. Oh. She's like, oh, yes, Astrin. I forgot. So basically, Astrin is another experimental part of this particular vessel. Astrin stands for, Automated System for Tactical Reconnaissance, Intelligence, and Navigation. It's basically the first artificial AI ever built. And he points at the ship dramatically again.
Not the burster bubble, but it's not the first.
It's not the first. Have you seen another? Have you seen another artificial intelligence?
Yeah, we just like a week ago we did. Yeah, when we were in the Imperium.
In the Underdark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fully functional?
I mean, it was, that's what it designated itself as an AI, so I'm gonna assume.
Yes, but fully functional. I know there are AIs around.
Yeah,
here,
yeah. I mean, it had like access to databases. It was operating this dimensional fortress, and we teleported
Dimensional
a couple
fortress?
times. Yeah.
You've seen a dimensional fortress?
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, we've been in one. We operated it a little bit through the AI and explored.
Raided a dimensional fortress?
Yeah.
That's he saying that he's looking at you and basically leaning his body more down and down and down. Like, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be taken. No wonder she hired you. You've been places and you know shit.
Yeah.
Impressive. Anyway, this one is the first AI ever made this side of the surface, because how do you know that is what an AI is? You would also know that the AI were made by the matriarchy, and the matriarchy are, well, not present at the moment.
Right. Of
Right.
course. Yeah, I think.
So this one is the first one. Well, to be perfectly honest, and he looks at Uthark. You look like an enlightened one. What's your name? Oh, it's gone mute. Does he talk?
Hey, Tris! Ah, god damn it.
He doesn't talk apparently. Anyway, so Astrin, she, well, it really, it's kind of like, are you familiar with what a psi crystal is?
No, not even a little bit.
Not familiar with the psi crystal. Just gonna be hard to explain. Do you know what a ghost is?
A ghost.
Yes.
Like in stories, yeah, but not like in anything
Seen a
else.
ghost. I
No.
mean, yeah, well, sure. But well, basically, Astrin is like a ghost that we made.
Oh, hey,
And-
can we switch channels real quick? Judas, for whatever reason, Discord doesn't let him connect to the chat in this channel. That's why he can't hear us. I'm just gonna move everybody.
Great, I'll just move.
Oh.
Eh,
There we go.
Alrighty, now we can hear us.
What I was saying, Astrin, it's like a ghost but it's not like a normal ghost. We made like it, and she runs machines and things inside.
Right. So the side crystal is like the shell, and then she's the ghost in the shell.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Side crystals are like a fragment of someone's soul.
Oh, wait, we're
Um,
taking the
they're-
fragments of people's souls?
No, like that's why Astrin is made, not. I mean, although, I told Chris that it would have been very easy to take a bunch of people's souls, put it in there, and just make it do the work. But kept saying, no, you cannot do it because you know that. I'm like, but the souls are not babies; they're already dead. It's like, yes, but anyway, it's like, man, this is a thing called ethics, like the worst.
however,
Could have used a beholder, maybe.
A beholder? And where the fuck will I pull a beholder out of your ass?
Yeah,
It's not that we can go around looking for beholders.
good point.
Not to mention, how would you be able to manipulate the soul of something that will hate you so much, won't even be willing to cooperate? You need to find potentially cooperative souls. It's either that or torturing them, but torture, it's a bit of a process.
Another ethical problem.
I mean, it's not just ethical. It's that sometimes when you torture someone, even though you're doing it for science, they tend to hate you. I know, I've tried.
Like in
I've
that-
tried.
Jesus.
Unbelievable, right? Shit.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like, don't ask me. I tried. Even beings from, do you know, it's like even beings from beyond the material plane, they don't like being tortured. So when you torture them, they get really angry. I tried this. Are you familiar with what a demon is?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the idea, but never met one.
We
I've
have.
never met a demon. Well, it's like very few people
Wait,
have met a demon.
We've killed
We've
one.
met the- We've killed.
fought
Oh
one.
shit! You're right. I forget. Yeah, we
Anyway,
did.
I once summoned a demon, like a little one. They called themselves Imp. And I kind of like summoned it and I tortured it for like 6 months and still wouldn't be willing to help me. The fucker. He kept insisting in trying to make a deal. And I'm
You
like,
tried
I'm not here to
torturing
make.
him for longer?
What?
Have you thought of going for longer? Like longer than 6 months?
Yeah, but I got caught, so I couldn't.
Okay. Fair enough.
That gives me a bit thing called heresy. Who the fuck anyway?
Exactly, right?
Shut
Fucking hell.
So, it's ridiculous. Like, I tortured it for 6 months and I told him, if you don't help me, you're gonna keep feeling the pain. It's like, I don't give a fuck, I just wanna make a deal. And it's like, no. It's like, all you have to do is listen to what I say, otherwise pain will come your way. And he kept saying no.
Did you know its
What if he
name?
enjoyed the pain? What if that was what's going on?
Oh, trust me, he didn't enjoy the pain. I was using holy water. They hate that shit.
Okay.
Anyway, what were you asking me, Gus?
Did you know the name of the imp?
It told me it was an imp.
Okay.
It was called,
imp.
what was in the, I was doing an experiment, so here's the thing. I wanted the imp to listen to me because then I wanted to kill it, take its spirit, and, do things with it.
Oh, that's probably why he didn't want to work for you.
No, I never told him the part where I was going to kill him. I just told him he needed to listen to me. Otherwise, I'm going to keep inflicting pain. But he told me, nah, I just want to make a deal. And I'm like, fuck you. That's not how this thing works. Anyway, where was I? lost my
Oh, we're
train of
talking
thought.
about the artificial intelligence.
Yes, aspirin. I mean Astrid. So we have that, and along with our pilots and our chief gunner Dury over there, very, very, very good. Even though he has a bit of a bad mouth, don't take him at his worth, at his face value. Yeah, he happens to be one of, if not the most brilliant artillerist around. Like, trust me, if the dude can aim something, he can shoot it, he will hit whatever he needs hitting. So, I'm guessing this is the part where you guys ask questions.
I think you answered most of the questions.
Oh, really?
Is it okay if I work more closely to you? I would like to learn more about your work and what you do. I'm quite interested in this engineering.
Name is Dr. Frankenstein. I used to be a necromancer. Now they tell me I am an engineer.
Ah,
Oh god. Yeah, can I learn from you?
Do you have a spell book?
Do I have a spell book?
Yeah.
And he basically snaps his fingers. You literally see a pile of tomes appear out of nowhere and begin to revolve around him. Do I have a spell book? Bitch, I collect them. And he snaps his finger and they'll go away. I don't even know half the spells in those books. I've never even looked at them. But you see, when you are, well, we're a necromancer, you tend to make a lot of enemies. And a lot of enemies came to you with shiny, beautiful spell books. What happens when you kill them and the spell book remains? Do you care to answer that for me? No? Okay. So you keep the spell book. That's what you do.
Oh, okay.
You
I
keep
don't
it.
think I've killed
I think
any
that's innocent.
wizards.
Absolute. What? You haven't killed any wizards?
One sick way of keeping your body count. Dude. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Sick isn't good,
Alright.
not sick as in, it's sick.
I mean, it's a little sick. I don't know. I have my spell book, and that's about it. I've never encountered any
I can
others.
promise you I was not looking for troubles. You see, there was this one time I was in this graveyard like you would normally do. I was digging out corpses, and then these guys came out of nowhere and started yelling, "What are you doing?" And they pull out their spell books and their sword. I just chunked a bunch of fireballs and then, well, picked up the remains and kept going. That's basically, I had to defend myself. It
What
was
an
in
unreasonable thing
self-defense.
to do, dude. Why would you try and attack somebody who's just minding their own business in a graveyard, right?
Exactly. I am just
Exactly.
digging out corpses. Like
Exactly.
you normally would. You cannot be a necromancer if you don't use corpses. And they wouldn't let me work at the morgue. Well, I did work at the morgue, but when they learned I was stealing corpses, they kicked me out. So
Yeah.
how can you ever
They
fulfill your
just even
profession?
understand that. These people, man.
Exactly. But Lady Claudia has been gracious enough, and in order for me to finish my alloy formula, she's let me use these things called criminals.
Ooh.
This is called criminal.
Because I was gonna ask, like, have you tried like going to some battlefield and just like getting the corpses from there? They got plenty, right?
That's the thing. It's like the things on the back. I've tried. You see, back in the Northern Liberation War, when I was like young and dumb and full of ideas, I took the war as an excuse and I started working on, let's just call it the cosmetics industry, right? And so I would basically go out to battlefields to, collect the corpses. But these things, these people, apparently they're called soldiers. And soldiers apparently have this thing called funerary rites. All too complicated. It's very out there. At this point, the old man is basically mumbling. Chris comes by and says, "Please apologize, Dr. Stein. Again, he's a bit loopy, a bit out there.
No, I understand him. He's great.
He's a bit out there, but there is no better engineer in the entirety of the Astanan continent. Like, you've heard his story. He's a bit out there. because the thing that got him to be a bit out there is the fact that he did a soul experiment, and he took 2 souls and put it inside his body as a way to prolong his life. And now he has this weird dichotomy or dual consciousness that is constantly wrestling each other or itself. And he's at the same time a very, very, very powerful necromancer and a very, very knowledgeable engineer.
Huh.
But he took another
Yes.
soul and put it into his own body?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Now he's going to be a little bit on his diatribe, but if you have any questions you want to ask me, now is the right time to ask him. He's very proud of his work. He's probably described everything you need to know and the things you don't need to know about the Stinger. But if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. In a
Can we talk
less,
to the AI?
no, the AI does not communicate through words. No, it's basically it can listen to you and it will most definitely obey commands, but it doesn't talk.
Oh, all right. The one in the Mental Fortress talked to us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that should have been a bit of an experience. But anyway, is there any questions you have?
First of all, it's like, when do we start, like, our preparations and stuff? And second, and I don't have a second actually.
So, yes, about the tests and well, the testing period of the crew and the feasibility of this task force. It should take about a month. It's not that we're going to throw you out in the field right away. There are certain capabilities like the deployment teleporter, the magic missile bombardment tool, the arc light cannon, as well as the rapid deployment Magitech armor over there that we need to test out. There's several things we definitely do. Oh, and also the membrane engine that also needs testing as well, because I don't know if you knew, but the Stinger over here has a particular way of traveling, and that is it's pretty much an Everrail train without the rails. So,
Oh shit.
I mean, it has patented Cimmerian technology. So. That is literally how it can move long distances in short periods of time and at incredible speeds without having to spend much fuel in the process. So there's plenty of things we need to test. I think or believe this testing process shouldn't take more than a month, but at this point, that's where we're going to leave today's session.
Magitech deployment system. Okay.
So
gonna
we're
take-
basically SEAL Team 6. Let's go.
Oh, SEAL Team 6 wishes they had a Stinger. Wishes they had a Stinger. This airship is some Power Ranger shit.
Yeah. Actually, that's so funny. Ronan, we were talking about like shit. We should ask Claudia about getting our own airship.
I was about to say, like,
We were talking about it like a week before.
before we did, I was like, you did it, Dino. You did it, Argus. You got an airship.
Yeah.
I was about to say that. I'm fucking disconnected.
Oh shit.
I mean, I did say it like, 6 months ago I was working on this?
Oh yeah, you showed us the same image.
Oh, did you? Fuck.
yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
do not remember that. Don't even try me.
Wait, damn, Ronan missed his story like 6 months ago. So wait, are you like done with the story?
This is from Final Fantasy, right?
Yes, this one in particular is from Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Fuck.
This is the I forget the name of the ship.
It's right there. Highwind.
The Highwind, yeah, the Highwind.
All I'm thinking of is right now, what freaking name would freaking Dr. Frankenstein would have given Uthark? What kind of name?
Oh,
What is the name?
Oh my
Sorry.
god. Oh, is this? Oh, never mind.
What do you think? What do you thought of this chapter? I was looking to close it off today, but we were gonna have to play the 29th if that's no problem.
And
29?
I won't be the 20th.
Sorry, the 28th, not the 29th, the 28th.
I will not be here like until the 30th. Like I will literally not be at home until 30th.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I probably won't be available either. We have a bunch of birthdays coming up again.
I'm guessing we cannot play until the 4th, then, January the 4th.
Yeah,
January
it's
4th,
probably
I should
the
have no
best time.
problem then. That should be fine.
Sure. Thank
So we'll reconvene in January. There's still, like, we are right there before the time where there's a bunch of things I need to give you guys. There's a bunch of things. There is magic armor I need to give you. There is
Armor?
oh yes, there is. I mean, there is literally a localized magic missile bombardment tool that I need to give you. And there is mechanics about this airship, like the fact that it can deploy you guys. It can literally teleport you to the ground and deploy you super fucking fast.
Shit. Oh my god.
Also,
Yeah,
Ronan,
this thing again. This thing is it's Power Rangers shit.
I'm so ready to see the arc light cannon.
oh yeah, Ronan, we can talk
There is-
later.
There is the arc light cannon as well.
Oh my god.
It's the
What are you saying, Future?
Yeah, Ronan, I was like next session probably. Like I want to talk about it because I'm thinking about having Lawrence put Amon and like the freaking quill in one of his mechanical fingers, if that would be a possibility. Like as a tip of the finger.
You want him talking to your head all the fucking time and begging you to use it to kill people? Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
Or at least at the compartment. At least having the compartment. At least having the compartment.
So
I'm
what do you guys
excited.
think?
That was a good session.
I think we need to find some nondescript
I
village.
think we
that's
just
not
spent
marked on the
too
map,
much time
and we
trying to
need-
convince Kairos to Pharasma. We spent a little too much time on the Pharasma thing with Kairos, which is our fault, but you know.
You just kept going there, and I'm like, okay, so let's just stick into that, and that's how Kairos would have reacted. So it's like,
Could
he would
not
be like,
help
what the fuck?
No, I
you
remember
got?"
saying, like, yelling, like, all right, we gotta move on. I'm gonna let's head out. And it's like, okay, 2 minutes later, we're already back on the same topic again. Like, all right, we gotta fucking move on.
You guys are insane. Arius is like, no, we're not insane.
And then Lawrence and Uthark have the goal to go and say that, oh wait, no, this is not real.
No, I cannot confirm. I cannot say whether or not I am wearing a scarf.
God damn.
How do you like your new crew? You gotta be with them a lot.
I'm so ready.
Oh man, I'm ready. We got freaking.
companion group.
Wait, was Durandal the dwarf or?
So, for all of you who do not know, here is basically Dr. Frankenstein. It's like Dr. Franken, that's his name. Stein, Stein is his last name.
Uh-huh.
So,
okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Stein.
Yeah.
Stein is Dr. Franken. Let me write it down. So his name,
Wait, that's not that hard.
So
got
technically,
Dr.
his last name
Stein.
is just Stein, so Dr. Stein.
so that's his name. Basically, I wrote it in D&D chat.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's Dr. Frankenstein. He is the chief engineer of the ship. He will be with you. I mean, Christopher St. Marion, which is which is Lady Claudia's older brother. He's the head of the project, but he will not be with you in the ship. So the people that will be with you in the ship is Dr. Frankenstein. He's the chief engineer. Dury or Durandal Ironjaw. This is the dwarf. He's the chief gunner and second engineer of the ship.
AKA Dirty.
Dury, yeah, Dury. He's basically his full name is like this.
Yo, we got Durandal feature. We got Durandal.
Hey, you know what's the tendency of Durandal in the art campaign? Okay, so we don't talk about it.
Wait, are we technically the captains of the ship then?
Technically, the captain is Divan.
Oh, okay.
Technically, the captain because he's the head of the group. But if there is anybody you should listen to inside the ship, pretty much everybody. Particularly Dr. Stein, Jury, when it comes to like weapons and stuff. A person you will be interacting with a lot is Samantha Neridan, which is the quartermaster and cook of the ship.
Oh, okay, that'll work.
This is her name. There's also Stevie. There's Steve and Pete Hellion. These are the pilot and navigator. And then there is Astrid, Astrin. You won't be.
It sounds like someone I've seen in Final Fantasy.
Can you repeat those? Because those are the ones I had a problem typing.
So let me type it for you. Let me put it in there.
The pilot.
Thank you.
Name. I don't know their names. I don't know.
It's literally Steve and Pete.
No, but like their last
Yeah,
name.
I'm struggling
okay.
to
Okay,
type. Steve and Pete.
Steve and Pete.
Everything else. No, everything else is
Okay.
fine.
Yeah,
Even
Frankenstein, sure. Durandal, sure. Narrative, sure.
Frankenstein, yeah, Durandal, dope. Like Steve and Pete, nah, I have problem with listening to them.
Hey, what did you say, bro? Hold on, I gotta get the pen and paper out.
Steve
The AI is like this.
Astrid.
Okay. Okay, so I did type it right. Damn. I got that right, but not Stephen Pitt. God damn it.
Steve and Pete.
Wait, so we got 5 people. Wait, Ronan, these people are gonna be like with us pretty much.
Yep.
5 people. Oh my God, yes. Finally, the Mexicans expand. The crew.
They're not part of the Mexicans, they're part of the task force.
Okay, well we're part of the task force. The crew.
They're the crew of the ship, so.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
And we started to shut the key.
Part of the crew.
Hey, this is like remember Seamus? This is like Seamus from Shankin's campaign.
Oh god, no.
Future remembers it.
God damn it. Don't remind me,
The
please.
PTSD.
Don't remind me.
And the 3 goblins, the dick.
No.
Oh god. The accident.
Honestly, these are not as dickheads as those. These are not dickheads. These are actual people that know a lot. I mean, the loopiest one is Dr. Frankenstein. I mean, if you that's a reason why it's like Frankenstein. He's very interesting as an NPC though.
Yeah.
No swapping though, right, Ronan? No swapping.
God damn it. No,
No.
please, no.
Okay, no swapping.
But although I freaking got a lot of Florence, Gus, Adrian, Adam.
Yeah, so these are the names. So we got Adrian, we got Gus or Arthur, depends on how he has the day. There's Gus or Arthur. There is Diva. There is Adrian. There is Adam as well. There is Adam.
Is this gonna be like how we're gonna be like constantly be referred to as or something?
Oh yes, he like, when you talk to him, he will call you by these names.
Oh my god.
And Uthark, well, you will find out whenever Uthark basically says something to Dr. Stein.
Yeah.
So these are your get used to it because Dr. Stein is like that. He's a bit loopy. That's what happens when you got 2 souls in one body. And you're still able to keep it together somehow.
Wait, could I still say I'm Damien and he would know I'm Adrian?
He will tell you, Adrian.
Oh my god.
No.
That's not fucking me up.
Dr. Stein is very out there. He is
Yeah.
my favorite NPC in this entire campaign.
Damn,
Nice.
we need more people like
Yeah.
I mean, he's already my favorite.
I know, we need more NPCs like Dr. Stein.
I was frothing to introduce Dr. Stein. Oh, there's another NPC you guys are gonna love, but that comes further down the line.
Wait, Ronan, we need an NPC tier list one day. Like, someone needs to make an NPC tier
I mean,
list. Campaign.
you guys are the ones. I mean,
Exactly, we
Dr.
could
Stein.
NPC tier list.
Dr. Stein is my